Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's episode, a double episode, settle in, hour and a half, yeah, it's a thing, of Wrestling Rewind on this Friday here on the Jeff Meacham Network as part of my 3 hours of proving that Jeff Meacham is a crazy man. Because I'm doing this and DADS today. I'm certifiably insane. It's almost WrestleMania. I'm driven into mania. He is the Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion, Greg Cherry. And first of all, before we even get into this, because we're deep dive, we got 15 minutes of the Hardys and then an hour of Hell in a Cell, including entrances, which I forgot it was an hour until I found the video. I'm like, dude, trivia yesterday and trivia this week, man. Like, it's been a good week for us. It's gonna be very interesting last 3 weeks of this tournament, and then your match in 4 weeks. Woo!
I'm telling you, I'm so happy. Like, I'm very ecstatic. Scott Gata won the Stump the Bump, like, Ultimate Championship. I love that. I love that for him. Like, he's been on the show. He's still in the tournament, for crying out loud.
Yes.
So, like, as soon as that happened, I got your messages the other day.
Right.
I was like, oh boy, like, we're in full gear now, and we're not talking about the AEW pay-per-view.
No.
But not only that, but Adam and Michael, closer than a lot of people would have thought, I think.
Yeah. And what's great is I told you once Scott won, I am part of every Scott recording going forward. We taped Scott's next match yesterday.
you guys have to see it.
Oh, dude, like, seriously.
I'm telling you, these semifinal matches.
I know.
Like the first one.
Yeah.
The first one honestly confused me. Yesterday, I don't even know what to say about.
Yeah.
Other
but put it this way, you and JJ, I love you both, have been screaming at me, dude, go take a break. Like, for real, go sleep. So my heart was already up here as it is. Now it's like up in here somewhere as we get into Mania next week. I told everybody, once we get to April 12th at midnight, don't talk to me. Just leave me alone until after I get my second COVID shot on the 24th, because then I'm going to be a real asshole. Just like, come when it's going to be May, I'll be all better.
This is why we're filming the trivia finale before you get your second COVID shot. And then we're taking a break till freaking July.
Yeah. There will be no WTC till July. If anybody says the initials WTC or any part of that phrase, I'm punching them through the face. Just go away.
I can say CWT, which is the initials in a different order, but that's
right.
Always ongoing.
Right, always ongoing. And again, you've got that. You had that last night too. You are the hardest working man in show business next to me. I swear to God, dude, it's crazy.
I'm telling you, like, this shirt is going to be in a lot of productions. Not all airing today, but
no, but yeah, it's like I said, when I made the decision yesterday to have this go up with DADS, and I realized, man, it's gonna be 3 hours of Jeff Meacham Network streaming, I said, you know what? Continuous thing. Hell with it. I'm going to be on the road during a lot of this anyway, because I got to drop the boy off for Dylan turns 13 Sunday, dude. Like, what in the hell? Where has 13 years gone? I got my WrestleMania 24 shirt in the mail because the one I bought at WrestleMania 24 got stolen at the House of Blues because people suck. Yeah, dude, 13 years since Dad and I got back from Florida, and my life changed, literally changed forever. It's crazy. Whew. All right, so speaking of life-changing experiences, here we go. Is, like I said, settle in. They're going to be on YouTube for this week and probably for next week, depending on what match gets voted in. It's looking like it's going to be Shane and AJ, so, which I was hoping for because, oh my God. You're hoping for that too, for sure. So the Hardys match from WrestleMania 25, which you guys voted for, is on YouTube. Here is the link, so you guys can go there and get ready. It is literally just the match. There's no entrances. There's no post-match shenanigans either, which sucks because the post-match is actually pretty entertaining on this. So I'm kind of bummed they hacked it off. But trying to navigate through Peacock with no thumbnails is just a pain in my ginger ass right now. So I'm like, meh, whatever. However, the Hell in a Cell End of an Era is the full presentation. It's an hour video, guys, like for real. So it's going to be fun to watch. So there's the link. I'm going to go ahead and fire everything up right now, and we will get started momentarily. I'm not even going to do the whole fandom thing because everybody knows where you and I both were in 2009. I mean, we were like deep in the freaking talk wrestling era of NoDQ.com. So I was, on cloud nine, and you were a regular contributor, and we love you. So there you go.
Well, I'm trying to think. Remember, like our mini feud, like our mini worked feud back then? Do you remember that at all?
You know what, dude? Like I was saying a few minutes ago, my life changed like this week, 13 years ago. So like dude, everything's such a fog right now. But fill me in briefly if we can.
Okay, so I had started my own show called The Sensational Experience because MySpace was still a thing back then.
Oh, geez. Right, yeah.
So I did get some questions from the people watching, and I always said that I did a better show than Jeff, like to start a little worked thing
nice.
To get myself more viewers, and that fizzled out faster than Eric Escobar's WWE career.
If you don't remember, it's okay. Neither do we.
Which is that's exactly why I went there, because if anybody even remembers him being in WWE.
I wonder if even Vicky remembers at this point, like for real.
Yeah, probably not. She had way more memorable clients,
Yeah, a little bit.
She does now, for crying out loud. Nyla is way more memorable than Eric Escobar.
Yes, for sure. Oh, I forgot his name until you just said it right now. Wow. Anyway, there's the link. It's queued up. I mean, you're going to go right into the commentary with JR. So here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1, play. There they are, face to face. Jeff in the face paint. Matt. Now, there's a snack.
And this was like the first time Matt Hardy wore actual ring gear.
Right, I know. Yeah,
like actual tights. Like he had the pants for the longest time, but these were actual tights.
Yeah, and you know what? This feud really.
Ow.
Yeah, and it's funny. That seemed to be the spot at Mania for a while. Like somebody would get a magazine cover and they would get break on the other guy's head, right, Vince? Man,
I wish that match would have got voted in.
I know, me too. Because I really people tend to sleep on Vince and Shawn because of Mick and Edge, and I enjoy both of them very, very much. So,
I'm going to say this. Vince McMahon's matches at WrestleMania, the one with Brett aside, are really fun.
Yeah. Like the whole running joke throughout the whole company, even his own son-in-law, he has the athletic acumen of a three-toed sloth, no doubt about it. His punches have been passed down to his son, damn him. But his matches at Mania are fun as hell. And his involvement at Mania is fun as hell.
Mm-hmm.
God, the stuff at 15 is just so underrated with Vince. He's so good in that. Anyway, this feud, I'm so torn because I really wanted it to be so good, and it really was very intense and very, very well presented. I just feel like they did better at the actual Extreme Rules show than they did here. I know you differ with me on that. This match is very good. I kind of crapped on it when we were talking about voting it in, but it actually is a good match. I just feel their I Quit match the following show was better and should have been here. Because you're on the big stage, brother versus brother. You want to have the humiliation of making him quit in front of, tens of thousands of people in Houston and the audience around the world. Oh, sorry, this isn't the hardest.
I was really hoping. What the hell is that?
Doesn't matter. It's gonna hurt.
It's a fucking shop vac.
It's a freaking shop vac. Jesus Christ. He's hardcore. He's hardcore.
Yeah. The thing I was really hoping with in this whole feud, because I have always been a bigger Matt Hardy fan than Jeff Hardy. I always have been.
Yeah, me too.
I know some people disagree with it. They like Jeff for the high spots and all that stuff. But like I said, I've always been a bigger Matt Hardy guy than Jeff Hardy. So I was really excited about this match.
Yep, me too.
And I was hoping that this would lead to much bigger things for Matt, which unfortunately in this run didn't happen.
No.
But
yeah, it's so funny when you think back at that lame attempt in 2001 to get them beefing.
Yeah,
they like retconned that almost immediately. Like, yeah, okay, sorry, we kid, haha, fool you. You know, and they're back together at the Rumble. It's like, you know,
I mean, right before Jeff left, they reunited them again. So
yeah, it was weird, but
so like they tried like hell to get Matt over as a heel, and for whatever reason, it just didn't click.
People just have a very hard time booing the Hardys.
Yeah.
You know, well, I mean, think about it. What did it take to get Jeff Hardy heel in TNA? Align him with Hogan. Instant heat. Nobody likes Hulk. Or Bischoff.
I just watched the 10-10-10 clip today.
Oh man, was like I finally just got through that whole match and that post match, like that. Having been a fan back then and remembering the build of that, like I was like, whoa, okay, now what? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Because like Jeff turned and then we get, oh wait, this is all part of this big thing. Like, holy shit, wait a minute here. And again, with as TNA doing TNA things, fizzled out right away. Like, so, you know. And then Immortal merging with Fortune and the Fortune members going, yeah, no, and then Flair sticking with it. It's God. Well, anyway,
good on you, Jack Doan, to kick the.
Yeah, right. Oh, Jack Doan, he have the Gunther from Friends hair. God bless Jack. We love him. Oh, jeez.
JR just said that they teamed in one TLC matches at WrestleMania. Jeff has only ever won once at WrestleMania.
Ever. Yeah.
And that was WrestleMania 33. 8 years after this.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was teamed with Matt. So there you go.
Yeah.
Still one of, if not the biggest, unexpected pops in WrestleMania history. Just, I mean, like the internet buzz was what it was around that. Like it almost, like you almost happen. But and God bless the New Day, man. They milked it because they were like trying to make it was going to be them, and then that music hit and they sold it, man. They're sitting there doing the freaking, you know, it was so good.
You know, New Day hosting WrestleMania was probably one of the best parts of that WrestleMania.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of best of that WrestleMania. I'm not gonna lie.
No, the Hardys returning, Shane and AJ was a fantastic match.
Right.
Other than that,
not the match, but not the match itself, but the end of WrestleMania, so good.
Yeah.
So, and had it been the end, perfect, just perfect. And
the thing is, in hindsight now, Taker had 2 more matches at WrestleMania.
Right.
Not just 1, 2.
Yeah. Like, yeah. But you know what? You know, I mean, watching the last ride and watching him and Michelle watch that match, like you can see he's like, yeah, I'm not. The ending was great, but the match, I can't go out on that. That was just, you know. And again, you know, we're going to go into the weeds here. We're trying to watch the Hardys, but it's like, you know, most of that post 33 run, it's like the DX match just became a train wreck by accident.
No
never,
swan there.
He should have never, ever gotten the ring with Bill. That was such a bad idea. But everything after that was kind of okay. So, yeah, I love the finish here just because it's so like, damn, Matt, that's your brother. I know you're beefing, but that's cold. I can't wait to see it because, like, I remember watching the moment going, oh, no, oh, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
I remember watching it just being like,
right,
no,
right. No. Yeah. Well, both. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get there. I love Matt doing the as mocking the fans. That's awesome because, like, I always found that so hokey when they both did it. With the it's like, okay, guys, you're not 20 years old anymore. It's stupid now. Come on. Yeah.
Wrong side for a suplex, Jeff.
Yeah. People forget how long the Hardys have actually been around. Like, they were on Raw when Raw was only in one arena for a long time. They were the freaking jobbers to Nikolai Volkov wearing the scent tights from DiBiase.
Yeah.
Ow. Yeah, that hurt. Doesn't age well.
Yeah, I remember seeing the Jeff Hardy matches against Razor and
yeah. Freaking Matt and Nikolai Volkov, and just having them get, being cannon fodder for the Harris brothers. It's just like, man, they've been around a long damn time.
And Jeff nearly quit after his matches with Razor, but then he had good matches with 1, 2, 3 Kids, so he stuck around.
I mean,
if you want a technical match, I mean,
yeah, it's funny, people, talk about, the guy in the company who's the measuring stick, like, you're going to ring against this guy. If you do well with him, you're good. Kid was the guy. Waltman was the guy for a while. Like, if you went in the ring and had a good match with Waltman, Vince would go, all right, we'll give you a look.
I mean, I still think his match with Hakushi at SummerSlam was second best match of the night.
I would agree with that 100%. Again, when Sean had his head on straight, there was arguably not a whole lot of people in that company better than Sean Waltman. Mm-hmm. His match with Brett on Raw is still just ridiculous. It's one of the
that match was so good
ever. Like when we get to July, I'm gonna try to break it out of the if it's available to find.
The thing after this spot, I'll say a reason why I love Brett.
Okay. Oh man,
Matt Sandwich. One of the reasons I love Brett though is because 1, 2, 3 Kid probably at the time had no business being WWF champion, but Brett made you believe that he could be beaten,
right,
and put him over so well.
I mean, you figure that's 14 months after he becomes the 1, 2, 3 Kid.
Yeah,
there is no reason we should have ever thought he would be the WWF champion, but for that moment, you go, Yeah. If ever there was a guy that you knew would never ever be it, but man, you wanted it so bad for him, Sean Waltman. I mean, goodness, he was never going to be anything above, maybe Intercontinental or US in either company. But damn it, I love Sean so much. I wish it could have been a thing just once.
I never understood the rope breaks and no DQ matches.
Thank you.
I still don't get it. It's like there's no disqualification, but it still stops a count. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not something you can get disqualified over. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking, trying to apply logic to wrestling. Stop.
No, but you and I both been, on both sides of the camera doing this thing. It's like, I was talking with our dear friend in the North this morning about basically booking WrestleMania and booking pay-per-views. It's not rocket science to book this business. It really isn't. What do you remember the Miz and Shane McMahon steel cage match where there was a rope break and a pin? I'm like, it's in a cage. What? You're in a cage. First of all, I hate the pins and submissions in cage matches anyway. Yeah. You're in a cage. It's a blood feud, but don't touch that rope. Shame on you. What the frick? It's stupid.
See, I kind of wanted Jeff to have another chair there and pull a little Arabian face buster.
Oh, man. Yeah, there you go. Oh, man. Jeez. Yeah. But, it's funny. I rarely saw anybody pull off the Arabian face buster except Sabu. People just couldn't seem to get their hands moving fast enough to get under their ass to do it. But Sabu, I'm pretty sure Sabu's arms were Gumby by the time he was doing that. For real.
Well, probably part of that was the barbed wire match he had with Funk.
Well, yeah, but he was in the face buster before. God, you're just gonna die on that Sabu Terry Funk hill forever, I swear. All right, here we go. In the category of Jeff's ass is broken. 3, 2, ow. Ow. And if that wasn't bad enough to think you could probably beat him with that, no, Matt just gets downright sinister here in a minute. Mm-hmm. And trust me, I've seen Jeff bump his ass off the floor of the Arrowhead Pond. He doesn't need to be doing that no more.
And in 2021, he's still doing ridiculous stuff like this.
I know. Does he have a match next weekend?
Not unless they throw a battle royal on the card.
I didn't think so.
Uh-oh, here it is.
Oh, this is just not okay. God. Oh, cover it. Make it go away. Oh, one. Count faster, Jack, you fair-haired crazy person. Oh, my God. Oh. They're wrong for that. Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. And we're off. There we go. All right. So, there was that. Abrupt there, so let me get rid of that banner. Before we get into an hour. Final thoughts on that match. And again, like I said, I looking back, I do enjoy that match more than their I Quit match. I think the stipulation should have been here. And begin making the person you want to just go away forever quit in front of that many people and that many people watching on TV just screams WrestleMania to me.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to figure that they weren't going to make Jeff lose this or Jeff win this match.
Yeah, okay.
They had to have Matt win the match, and they're not going to make Jeff Hardy quit. So.
Well, no, clearly. So now that we've been through a brief little snippet of time, here we go. All right. So first of all, let me go ahead and get the image up because this image just makes me cry internally every time I see it. I love it to pieces. There's a link on YouTube. It is the full match plus the entrances. So you're seeing exactly what JR saw once he got seated in his chair because Jim Ross is at ringside for this. He got introduced to call this match. I love it. And of course, he got introduced to a crowd that included Mr. and Mrs. Cherry. Mm-hmm. So
and T-Fame.
Now, is this your first Mania?
Yes.
Fill me in, brother. Talk to me.
I mean, it was the coolest thing, and I'll explain it. I'll explain one of the weirdest things that happened during Undertaker's entrance for us.
Okay. All right.
And I think I've talked about it before, but I'll go into it later. But just being at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Such a cool thing.
Yeah.
Fortunately, our view was not blocked by the palm trees. So we didn't have that issue, fortunately. But I had been to a SummerSlam, I had been to Raws, I had been to SmackDowns.
Yep.
I had never been to WrestleMania.
Right.
So when Jen said, The Rock's going to be at WrestleMania, let's go.
Okay.
You're not going to hear me say no. Of course I'm going to WrestleMania. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
we brought Travis along with us, and one of the most, if not the most fun road trip.
Right.
It was such a blast.
Yeah, I figure you're driving from northern-ish Pennsylvania down to way tippy down South Florida, man. That's a drive. It's worth the drive.
Oh, definitely. It's almost a 24-hour drive. We did stop in South Carolina to sleep a little bit because we were all tired, and then took the rest of the trek there. But yeah, WrestleMania. It was really warm. I know it was early April in Florida, but it was really warm out. Not a good idea to wear dark clothes that day.
No.
No. Yeah,
what's funny is when I was in Orlando 4 years prior, it was threatening at least misting or sprinkling rain all week at Disney World and at the Hall of Fame and Citrus Bowl. So, by the time when the sun went down, I was like, a little chilly up here. Of course, I'm sitting there next to Bob Uecker.
What happened?
Okay, that's going to be a problem later. I'll have to take care of that in a minute. I'm sitting there in the freaking Bob Uecker seats up there, So it was interesting to say the very least. But
were you looking for?
Yeah, it was a chilly night by the time we got to the end here. But man, you got one of. Well, honestly, if we're going to be real, it should have been the last match for both these guys. I mean, really. It just was so perfect. And you're going to see it. Go to the YouTube link right now. If you're not there already, you're behind the times. So here we go. I'm going to cue it up. 3, 2, 1, And come on, baby. Play. There we go. There it is. So, as we're seeing this, you guys just saw Jim Ross come down the aisle, which was a surprise, yes?
Hold on. Yeah, there you go. There it is. I need to fix my quality. This needs to look way better than it does. Right. Sorry, I'm dancing to Sean's theme. But so the match right before, and Jeff's gone.
There we go. Okay. I do apologize for that because the thing is, once the alarm goes off, if I don't stop it and I swipe it up every 10 minutes, bing, bing, bing. So it's going to drive me crazy. And then once I hit the alarm, I lose all sound on my end. So I couldn't hear a word you were saying just now. So I apologize for having to leave there. So,
well, we might as well start the match over because.
Okay, fuck it. All right. Okay. So here we go. That's true. I forgot we're taping this. We're not live. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right. So, come on. Come on. Nope. Come on. All right, so let me cue everything back up where we were here.
Yeah, that way it'll be a good editing spot. Smart move.
There you go. Perfect. So, I mean, you got super lucky. I mean, we'll get more into it later, but this really should have been the last match for these guys. It was so perfect, and you're going to see what we're talking about here in a minute. If you're not at the link by now, you should be. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and play. And there it is, man. Okay, so what is this? What is the stadium called again? Help me out here. Sun Life Stadium or something like that?
Yeah, Sun Life Stadium.
Okay, so what we're seeing here is Shawn Michaels come out. You just saw Jim Ross. If you watch the whole Mania, you guys just saw Jim Ross come out, which was a surprise. Yes.
Yeah, we didn't know he was coming out.
Yeah. Jim Ross with the goatee. I was like, oh, look at Jim getting all fancy with his facial hair. So that was cool.
So to have seen a Shawn Michaels entrance at WrestleMania, despite the fact that he was competing,
WrestleMania, like, oh my God, that's your boy, man.
Yeah,
love it. Okay, so now that we're past the whole Scott won, good for him, our guy won. Does it bug you just a bit that he got awarded the Shawn Michaels belt? Just a little bit.
I forgot his pyro didn't go off.
Greg's getting lost in his memories here. Don't mind him.
So sorry. I very rarely, like, I've watched it before since since I've been there, but it's like
I'm gonna analyze it with somebody. So I get you. It's totally cool. But yeah, I found it so funny that Scott wins. Our guy wins the WWE trivia thing, and they give him a Shawn Michaels belt. I'm like, oh, shot at Sherry? Maybe.
Yeah.
So, anyway, there he is, Jim Ross, and his new facial hair, which has been around ever since. I think he wears it well, personally.
Yeah.
I wish I had my goatee back during the Talk Wrestling era. I love that goatee I had, man. I miss that thing. But Dylan doesn't like the facial hair on me, so.
Now, hopefully this is. I can't remember if Michael was less annoying during this match because this was still heel Michael Cole.
Kind of. I mean, he shook Jim's hand when he got there, and he was way less of a prick during this match because Jim was there. But yeah, it's Yeah, I was just saying, I love the whole salute to Jim Ross. That was such a cool little touch that Sean threw in there. I like that. It was really neat. Much respect, and both ways as it should be. So your first WrestleMania was not Howard Finkel announcer; it was Justin Roberts. Tell me.
Yeah, it was a shame I didn't get to hear Howard announce.
Yeah. Now, is it this Mania that Hunter gets the freaking dry ice, or is it the next year?
It's the next one.
Oh, God, what a mess that was! Goodness sakes. It's like, it's better if you got to go in the ring with Brock Lesnar and get yourself killed for 25 minutes. I'm not going with dry ice burning my flesh. Don't mind me. Yeah. Oh, man. Just, dude, if you guys remember the storyline, Hunter got goaded into bringing the game back out of himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he's walking down the aisle like, I'm going to bust shit up. I'm done with this crap. I'm going to bust the Taker's face in. I'm over it. And you can tell we're on WWE's YouTube because they have a freaking promo there for Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Which, why would you? I mean, I understand it is a Hell in a Cell match, but for crying out loud, why wouldn't you have the graphic somewhere else instead of overlaying the stupid thing?
Or at the very least, like, take the graphic down once you're past the actual thing you're promoting. Like, it's been how long since that pay-per-view? Like, you know. Just another example of WWE's presentation situation clearly not being all planned out ahead of time. This Peacock thing is going to drive me crazy, Greg. I'm telling you.
I know.
Ugh. We'll get there later. I'm not ready.
And especially like all of this stuff they'll have to re-upload because WWE Network is on its own network anymore. So
no, and what's so dumb is, you know, talking with our informant to the north, man, there's gonna be a lot more shit carved out of there as far as PC stuff before it's all said.
Oh, there it goes. Yay.
There we go. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to where we get whenever, because it ain't gonna be done by SummerSlam. That's bullshit. That ain't happening. I'll tell you that right now. So whenever we get to the end of the turnover, it's gonna be a lot of stuff we're not gonna get to see unless we, you know, go visit our friends overseas or in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to watch your TV for 20 minutes. Leave me alone. I missed my freaking blackface Xbox. That's so wrong.
So we are facing the entryway, like where our seats are.
Oh my God. That's the best thing ever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had that view for Unforgiven 02, not in the front row section, but in the first row of seats behind the front row. That was cool. For my first WrestleMania, which was, by the way, my first televised WWF show was WrestleMania 2000.
Nice.
I'm over the.
Jeez, I beat you to a televised show then.
Right? Yeah, I was over the entryway. Well, entryway is like a freaking little thing about this big at the pond, but like, you know, I got a great shot of Jericho looking at me doing this. It's just a cool spot. But man, look, I mean, God, look at this. This is great.
Okay, so I still don't understand. It's been 9 years, like when we're recording this.
Yeah.
9 years to the day.
Yeah, that's true.
That this entrance happened in an outdoor arena and it got 10 freaking degrees colder instantly.
At least.
I don't understand how that happened. Yeah. It wasn't just me. Jen's felt it. Faye felt it. I'm pretty sure everybody else felt it. I don't get it.
Yep. It's funny. Whenever I hear, whenever I read, I should say, Mick Foley's first memoir talking about being there at Buried Alive and sitting there next to Percy and showing Percy the goosebumps on his arm when the lights went down and the gong went off, and Percy going, "Yeah, me too." Like, I do that now when I talk about WrestleMania 24, because Dad and I just didn't say a word. We look at each other and just, It's ridiculous, the aura of this man and the way that for some reason, no matter if it's an outdoor arena or a freaking, you know, sweaty ass, you know, old arena, you get the freaking chill bumps. It's absurd. Man, just it's such a powerful moment to watch him walk down the aisle in any situation, but especially at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. To have been there for a streak match,
right,
is awesome.
It is.
Like, you got to see the one against Edge, and I got to see this one.
Yeah, and you know, definitely two of the best ones for sure.
I'm glad out of the 3 Undertaker Triple H matches that have happened at Mania, this was the one I was at.
Right. I mean, the one at 27 was just, I mean, a train wreck in a good way. They beat a dog out of each other in that match.
17 wasn't bad either.
No.
Of the three, this is the best one. 17,
the match was good. The entrances falter because it was the Bike Undertaker and Lemmy was just freaking nonsensical in his verbiage. So whatever.
Yeah.
More than usual, Lem. Love you, but just saying. Jesus. Oh man.
Imagine being in the front row for an Undertaker entrance at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in front row for him, but it was 2001, and it was, right motorcycle, and Kane with the tank top on. It was a very weird time. 2001 was a weird year, period, for many reasons. And I noticed there only little poofs. They learned from 24 when they set people on fire.
You didn't get caught on fire, did you?
I did not. What's so funny about that, to this day, Dad and I had no idea that happened. Zero clue that happened, because the way the Citrus Bowl is set up, we had to go down this big rotunda to go down to the floor level to catch our shuttle back to Disney. Our phones are dead because we've been on the phone all night. So we wake up the next morning. Oh wait, this is a cool moment here, because we have others until whoa, holy shit, look at that. Even Hunter's damn, such a cool moment.
Yeah, when we saw that, we were like, maybe it's just me, but
yeah,
Undertaker with the long hair is what you associate with.
Well, but the thing is, he had been punishing himself. He cut his hair a little every day for a year to remind himself that he will never let Triple H do what he did to him again from last year. So, Becky. So we go back to Disney and go to sleep. We wake up the next morning. Our phones are blown up with voicemails. The hotel room phone rings, and my mom's in hysterics, wondering if we're okay because she's going to get a hold of us. We're like, what the hell's going on? She goes, turn on the news. Okay. Freaking big old thing. We're like, oh shit. No idea it happened. I love that they give the cell its own entrance. This is a phenomenal presentation here. I love this. With Metallica. Let's not undersell that either.
I'm surprised they left it in on the YouTube version.
Right?
Probably a Triple H call, if I had to guess.
Hunter's going, here's the money. Shut up. Go on. Man, I'm sitting here 9 years later, jealous as all shit of you and Jen and Travis. I hate you three right now so much. This is such a cool, just oh my God, it's these two, it's Hell in a Cell, Sean's the ref, WrestleMania.
I don't know if it's because it's 32 degrees today or what, but oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I see the cell coming down, I just got goosebumps.
It's funny. I was saying yesterday that, I guess California decided that March and April is now summer because it's been hotter than balls out here. I'm not going to lie, but
it was 70 degrees 2 days ago. No joke.
Mother Nature's officially bipolar. I said and I mean it.
Mother Nature's quadpolar. Are you kidding me?
She's psycho. So okay. Full disclosure. The first time when this WrestleMania happened, I'm a year into living with JJ and them. So we're watching this at the apartment. I am a freaking mess. Once Sean becomes a mess at that point, he becomes a really blubbery mess.
Mm-hmm.
So that may happen here. Just so you guys know. Just telling you now, because like I said, it's an hour long here, so I don't know what's going to come out of me here in the next 45 50 minutes, so we'll see. Every referee sells for that thing, even Shawn Michaels, damn it.
I mean, you figure Shawn had been retired for 2 years at this point.
Yep. Yeah. He knows if you get in his face, you're going to regret it. So
this was probably the match out of every match I've ever watched live. Right. The atmosphere of this match.
Yeah.
Probably top the Rock Cena match, honestly. There was a lot of passion in the crowd that night too, but
right. Well, and without trying to go too insider for the kids at home, watching Rock and Cena was hard for me for a different reason, right? And I'm sure, I forget where you guys were with him at that point, but I'm sure being in the crowd watching that unfold wasn't easy either.
Well, let me put it this way. Jen and I were Team Rock. Travis was Team Cena.
Right. Well,
so there you go.
I definitely know Jen's Team Rock.
Yeah, you learned that months later.
Yeah, I was almost porch sleeping in January.
You almost walked home from Oil City.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't have been that much different from the freaking flight plan I took anyway.
That's fair.
If there's one thing I get apart, kids, make sure when you don't board your flight that you cancel everything else the rest of the way and line your shit up. Because otherwise you'll be flying from Erie to Detroit and running across the biggest airport in the country trying to get back to Los Angeles when you're a fat ass. That was fun. Dude, I respect Detroit people so much having to use that airport because that airport is as big as a city. It is absurd. Anyway, we're off into the weeds. So, yeah, this match is intense as a fan. For me, Rock Cena was intense because of John and remembering now how that following year unfolded for him and for his friends and for it was just so hard. But this match just like I'm very glad they put this match mid-card because the emotion that we're going to get out of everybody here in a little while, including me at home watching it, I had to have time to recover to watch John's match. I would have been I would have put me in the hospital that night. God.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember what the match after this was. I don't think it was the 12-person tag, but you know what? It might have been because I think that was before Punk and Jericho.
Yeah. And again, that very much stuck in Phil's craw that he wasn't the main event. And, and you know what? Rightly so. He's the freaking WWE champion. So, I get it. All right. So after this was the general manager 12-man cluster.
So I was right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, remember, this goes a little over 30. John and Rock go a little over 30. Punk and Jericho go a little over 22. So there's not a whole lot of time, on the card period by the time we get through this one. So
the funny story is like right before Rock Cena was supposed to happen, they did the Brodus Clay segment.
Oh, geez, yes.
And Jen literally looked at me and was like, "What the fuck is this?" Which I still find hysterical.
Okay. So full disclosure to you, since we're taping this in advance of me doing all the editing, I'm going to make this one continuous video, this into DADS. DADS is not going to get monetized this week because Uncle Jeff threw the F-bombs out quite literally toward the end of the show.
Oh, sorry I ruined the monetization.
No. But that's what I'm saying. If you needed an F-bomb, you do you, boo, because I really don't give a shit today. I don't, because it's I was so wound up by the time we were getting to the end of DADS when we taped it. Like, I flat out said, all right, fuck it, YouTube. I don't even care anymore. Here we go. And I just, so if you have one slip, don't trip. You're good to go today.
Yeah. That was probably my only one that I recalled, but
yeah, you're good. But yeah, the fact that it was Jen's what the fuck, that's the best part.
Well, she wanted to see Rock Cena, so
what the fuck is this shit?
So seeing Brodus Clay with a bunch of like with the Funkadactyls and a whole bunch of people dressed up like Brodus Clay's mama, it's like,
yeah,
what a random segment to do right before the main event.
What is so funny about Brodus that year is the night before, Edge is referencing Brodus.
Yeah.
And during when he was writing,
I remember.
Oh my, dude, it's just, it sounds like this looks, and I'm going, what the? Oh no, Adam, no, stop, no, why?
The best part about it was in reference to Tommy Dreamer, which
and Tommy's just sitting there going. Tommy takes everything in such stride. I love Tommy. He should be a Hall of Fame just as a human being. He's so
I want to say that'll be an interesting induction speech, Dreamer.
Yeah. And it'd be a cool acceptance. Like, I wonder how many people would fight to be the inductor, because so many people love Tommy.
Yeah. What you figure, is Van Dam like the first big time ECW guy to get inducted? Like as far as being most known for ECW.
I was gonna say, I mean, you could argue Terry.
Yeah, that's why I specified.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say of being primarily known as being an ECW guy, I would say Rob's the first guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, again, they did what they did. You know, I understand pandemic. I'm upset I wasn't there, and I'm definitely prepared to be off the cliff on Tuesday.
Apparently the speeches aren't long either, so
which but you know what? Again, like I said during when we were talking to Daisy on a Wednesday, you know, giving Sean Waltman a live mic for too long or RVD, like I get it. So you know.
I mean, crying out loud, they made Cornette back to induct the Rock and Roll Express. So,
well, yeah, that was part of the NWA faux pas. Let's not forget that. So, if Jimmy Cornette gets inducted, I want to be in the building just to see how bad the building explodes. just I'll make sure I wear my riot gear to the event.
I don't know. Like,
I don't think they'll ever be able to bring him back at this point. He is just so
not while he's alive.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Yeah. There are so many people that would go, yeah, we're going to boycott this, Vince. Sorry, no. Although, you know, not to smooch Hunter's ass here like I tend to do, apparently, some people say, you know, when he inducted Superstar Billy Graham, you know, Hunter said, you know, some people said, you know, it's not Hall of Fame without Superstar Billy Graham, and some even said you wouldn't be here if he was inducted. That's controversy. That's Superstar Billy Graham. I'm saying that now. If they induct Cornette in LA in 2 years, I'm going to be there. So tough shit for me. But you know,
I bet that WrestleMania gets Rock.
Oh, for sure. And you know what? I will be one.
To which Jen and I will probably be there again.
Well, no, I figure No DQ will be there en masse.
Yeah,
because you figure the riffs will be there. You figure the hit. How do you say Jeff's last name?
Hiltel, I think.
You figure they'll be there. You know,
Cindy will be there because she's pretty close.
She's not too far away. Same with Kyle if he's ever back. I don't know if Kyle's in the full. I don't know.
You figure Lady Aaron will be there.
Yeah, you figure Cindy's friend Corey, the guy in Frisco that has his own podcast, he'll come down. So what I was thinking personally, we've got
maybe
some. What's that?
Maybe Cass.
You figure we got some really nice Airbnbs out here. So I was thinking just like and also we have the option like you can like rent like I was doing a little research when I thought it was going to be last weekend.
Ow.
Yeah, never been a fan of the spine buster on the steps. That's just ouchie. They have like a lot of spots like near Staples, like in proximity of SoFi. Like you can rent like whole apartment like floors, like this whole big like multi-bedroom setups. I'm like, you know, if we can stump each other, not kill each other over the course of a few days, you know, plenty of bathrooms, plenty of, you know, things for each to have their own, you know, personal area, you know, but you know, that way we're all on site to record, go live, whatever. We don't have to freaking, you know, coordinate 5,000 cars to get one place to do something. So, you know, and I'm, you know, hour and a half at most up the freeway. I can be there, you know, in no time. So, because my dad loves me, and it's my 40th birthday. I'm not getting justify him. I'm not getting justify me having a hotel room. You live 40 minutes away, you stupid ass. 40 or not, you're staying here. So. And plus, my dad's not good on hotels in downtown LA because it's downtown LA. So, yeah. Even if it's a nice Airbnb, it ain't happening. And God, let me just go on record. Right, the chair shots in this match just rattle the cage, man. My God. Oh
yeah, you could hear them up where I was.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, you know, we talk about 27. they beat the shit out of each other in this match too. Like they go to war here. And see, this is wrong. Like that, like that's the sharp side. Oh no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. I thought it was. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought he had the open side. I was like, damn, but he didn't. Okay. All right. I love Sean trying to talk his best friend. Dude, enough. Like, dude, you're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Ow.
All right. I better pause here. I'm a couple seconds.
You a couple seconds ahead.
2, 3.
Ow.
All right. I'm at 23:31. Okay. All right. Anyway. Yeah, it's funny. Like it's kind of understated back there because it's like sprawled out nicely. The stage is really nice for Mania.
Ow.
Jiminy Christmas, he's lighting him up. Speaking of a lit up stage, he just shoved Sean away. Not done yet. He's
and speaking of getting beat down with a chair, I just watched Rock Austin yesterday too.
I was gonna say, this is very reminiscent of Steve's destroying the Rock in Houston. So raw, so emotional. I love this whole thing, man.
Sean, even one of the best referees at WrestleMania.
Right? It's whoa, that was a ponytail pull. That's fucked up. Because that shit hurts. When your hair's tied back again, I know I had hair, shut up. When it's pulled back, I mean, as hard as he pulled it, that hurts for real. And I love because, like, okay, it's not Shawn Michaels talking to Trigger. It's Shawn talking to Mark and Mark going, don't stop it. Do not stop it. It's like, that's how real it feels.
I don't think he hit him in the head with this one.
I'm pretty sure. No, not yet.
Oh my gosh.
It is no wonder his back was just destroyed by the time he finally did hang it up. Good Lord.
Well, you figure he took like 15 chair shots in the span of a minute.
Yeah. And when you think about that number and how many welts are on his back, right? Not to make people go, ugh, that many shots to Mick Foley's head in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, I just forever want to find Mick Foley and just wrap him in a hug and go, it's going to be okay. Jesus. And Noel, for that matter, and Dewey, like, dude, I got you, Booth. It's okay. Jesus. That's one that I will watch, but I have a very hard time with it. Very hard time with it. This one I get, like I said, once Sean flips his shit, you're probably going to lose me for a while. The crowd swell with the sledgehammer. They know, man. You guys know, sit out there. It's like, shit's on now. Here we go. Excuse me. Oh, in the category of good thing it's happening now when we're taping it and not later when we're going to tape it or go live.
Did he tell Taker he had a sledgehammer?
Right, yeah. He has a sledgehammer. I don't give a shit. Oh, you see that? YouTube glitched it on purpose. You see that?
Yeah.
That's where that yeah, because they can't show that in good conscience, and I get it.
If they do that stuff on Peacock with a network, I'm going to be super annoyed.
Oh, dude. Okay, the one thing about Peacock that really bugs me already, I don't know why they do it, but like during matches or just segments, they'll go to fade to black, come back. Like, I get that for TV or movies if you're going on TV, but no. The desperation, get out of his hands, get rid of it. So he's so good. Golly. And I know you know, but it's God, just the freaking moral conflict within Sean Hickenbottom. Like, it's like, Jesus. This match is just draining on the soul, man.
I know I'm not saying a lot, but
no, you're good, dude. You're good because I'm liking your reactions because I know you were there. So
Sean can't in good conscience end the streak like that.
No. Oh man, it's like they didn't show it. You know what happened? It's like And even when he's cupping it, he hits him square in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
That's just obscene. That's freaking 99 Triple H getting ready to run somebody down with a car. Like, Jesus.
Kicking the nuts.
Always the equalizer. Especially Hunter's got those grapefruits in law. There's a t-shirt in that. Just saying. Grapefruits in law. Can never sell it, Bill, because we had to market Vincent Hunter, which we weren't making money off. God. You know, when he first started using it, I liked it because it was an MMA like throw in, but like it became so WWE'd. I was like, by the time whatever, you know. So, but he's night. Come on, Sean, wake up. And you see, he's holding him with all his might, but if the show is back where his tank top is, he's just welting up so bad from those shots with the chair, man. It is no wonder he freaking takes a year to recover from each of these damn matches.
Yeah.
He just gets the shit beat out of him every year. Okay. Why do they make poor Charles run down these big ramps every year? Why is this a thing for him?
During Undertaker matches.
I know. I mean,
to the ones that we're at, you know.
I'll be on the eager seats going, run, Charles! Run! Here we go. Oh, man. And by the way, I know you guys, some of you like have the commentary turned down. Some of you have it turned equal with us. So if you're listening to Jim Ross and Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler and us call this, you're a trooper. God bless you.
Yeah.
Because we're all five of us are having a spaz right now. Well, I am anyway. Oh, poor Charles. Good Lord, man. Oh! You know he spent when Chokeslam Little Nate taxes him.
Yeah.
Because Charles is like a $1.25 soaking wet with cement in his pocket.
and he still like didn't jump high at all.
Right? I know. All right. Here's where I lost my mind the first time I watched it. Oh, no!
I remember getting up off all three of us off our feet, be like, no,
not this way, damn it. So I'm off the couch, like dancing around like a freaking can after this point. And when Sean's in the corner, I'm on the couch, like just like hell. I'm going like, oh my God. The fucking streak almost ended. Oh my God.
The greatest near fall in wrestling history.
No shit. Like, oh my God. It's oh God, I'm shaking Oh my God.
The only person to ever kick out of the DX finish.
Right? Well, if it's going to be anybody, it's got to be him, right?
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, when did DX really gel together officially? Over him. Go after SummerSlam. Yep. And that freaking bludgeoning chair show on Raw that freaking opened him up like a damn tuna can. Mm-hmm. And I know tuna cans open sharp. Trust me. Dude, Hunter can't even stand to freaking yield such a let alone swing the damn thing. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's what I'm going. Okay, this is about to get really ugly really quick. It was in that moment.
Crap out of me too.
Okay, it was in that moment Hunter shit his pants. He took a drop.
He's gonna. Oh, that's something else.
Totally different bodily fluid. Getting really graphic on the show today. Not good. Not good to see what's going to come up on Dads later. It's going to be a very graphic afternoon on Jeff Feature Network. I'm sorry, y'all. Man, God, just look at that. There's a little two here, like on his underside. Those two little well span. You know those are going to be hurting, man. Oh, Tombstone.
But there's Sean.
There he is. His face. He's like, what the actual fuck? Why in the hell did damn you? Still the best one of those is WrestleMania.
I think a lot of people forget, like with Sean kicking out of the Tombstone at 25, it's like he wasn't even the first person to kick out at WrestleMania.
No, but
it was Kane. He didn't
act like that with Kane either. So
I mean, technically it was the Undertaker himself because Sid did it, but
right. Yeah, well, Sid dropping things from high heights. We don't talk about that on this show. So you know, ever again. I'm a fool. It's all your fault, Prescott. Anyway, yeah. So yeah. But by this point, I'm like off in the corner by the office port or living room, just a complete quivering mass of tears and just I'm a wreck. And JJ, every once in a while, looking over me like, "You all right?" Like just look kind of checking on me, make sure I'm not like having a stroke or something. It did. This match just completely freaking destroyed me.
Good thing you had all 2 minutes of the 12-man tag to recover.
Right? Yeah, seriously. Thank God the entrances in that match went about 15 total before Punk and Jericho came out. Although Punk and Jericho I wasn't really invested in. I wanted to be, but I wasn't, you know? So, but yeah, Rock, yeah, like you said, I'm glad I had about 30 to 45 before Rock and Cena came out, and that took me on a whole other journey. God, okay, they're pulling whatever. It looks good. He's punching him in the damn forehead. It's like just boom, boom. God. And Hunter's giving him right back to him, man. Good grief. Jesus. That was a good pedigree, not going to lie. Sean went a little quicker compared to the Undertaker. I don't like that. Look at Sean is just the greatest of all time. I said what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
We're up there somewhere.
I'm seeing him at the podium at 11. I am the very best sports entertainer in the world. It's like, dude, Exhibit A. God.
Yeah.
Man. He's not even actually wrestling. And he's making this match everything. Because he's so invested, because he loves Hunter so much. And he respects Undertaker so much. It's like, it's such a freaking journey for him. And his face is just like, God, what else are they going to do to each other? I can't do this no more. both going for the hardware.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean's not stopping this time. You know, he done learned.
Yeah.
Stay out of the way, Sean. Stay out of the way. I love this. Not the smirk, like, nah, sorry, buddy. Oof. Oh, they edited that out too. Oh man. So, like, how are you three doing? Jesus, there ain't lost it out of this, man. How are you three doing in the crowd at this point?
I mean, we're just admiring it at this point. I mean,
right? Yeah. Jeez. Oh.
Like,
oh.
I don't know how many more matches I've been invested live than this one.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta figure it's your guy, you know, right in the thick of everything. It's arguably two of, if not the two greatest of all time, in there against each other. Jesus, look at Sean. He's almost like resigning himself to the fact that, you know, it's gonna take a death blow for this thing to end.
Pretty much.
Oh man. God. Did Hunter have kids after this match?
I don't know.
I don't think so. If he did, I want to visit his doctor and find out how he got over the freaking internal destruction from the chairs to the gut. Sean's just saying, what are you fucking stay down already? Jesus. I'm too old for this shit. You two kids drive me crazy. Don't make me come in here and stop this.
Go into a corner and think about what you did.
You go in a corner, you knock that shit off, and you think about what you've done. Well, I think about punishment for this insanity. I think they've been punished enough, Dad. Jesus. Hunter's just determined to freaking swing that sledgehammer. Come hell or high water, he's going to swing that son bitch at least one more time. You know, Hunter, stay down. I love it. Just like last year with him. Stay down, damn it. What's wrong with you? I love it from Hunter during that match last year. Stay down. What's the matter with you? So good. No. I love every bit of this. Dude, fuck off. You know what? You, Sean, you're being who you are. Taker, you know what? Screw this. Break. Hey! Oh, Sean just looking away like, oh, man.
And Sean just turns his back because he doesn't want to see it.
Yeah, it's a God. I mean, all of us are just like, dude, just tombstone it for the love of freaking God, please. Sean isn't even watching. Sean, you're the referee. You know that, right? Just I'm checking. Yeah. Man. My entire back is wringing wet. Just soaked. I have so much laundry to do on Saturdays. This damn channel makes me freaking go through every shirt I have. Oh, man. Oh, man. Look at the welts on his left side. Golly.
Yeah.
That's ugly. Man. I do love Justin Roberts' Undertaker. Not going to lie. There'll never be anybody like Howard, for sure, but Justin did it pretty good when he was there. I still say, and I want to like almost start a petition thing on one of the petition sites. I want Tony Chimel to announce Edge on next Sunday. Please.
The rated R superstar. Yep.
If Beth can bring him out for her Hall of Fame induction, he can come out and announce Edge when you know he's going to win the title back. Damn it!
But the thing is, he's a. Does it matter that he's a heel?
No,
or
doesn't matter. No, it's Edge's main event return at WrestleMania. He's got to have Chimmel bring him out, man. They're going to cheer him anyway.
Yeah.
Because, again, here's the thing. I mean, I'll talk more about this on Monday, obviously, but they're going to cheer Edge. They may boo Bryan for pissing in their Kool-Aid, like for real. And Roman did what we wanted him to do for 5 years. He's probably going to get cheered too.
Yeah.
So, you know.
This is going to be a very much bizarro WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I have
in Canada, like for real. So
they may boo Drew and cheer Lashley.
It's funny. I was talking about that with Lisa yesterday morning. Like, I really don't mind who wins that match either way. I really don't. Like, it should have been Drew's moment last year with the big crowd and the whole thing, but they gave it to him anyway. If he wins, cool. But damn it, Lashley should have been champion 14 years ago. So don't take it off him this soon either. So it's like, that's probably the match I'm most torn on, like for real. I love, again, just.
Man, Taker's beat the shit.
He is, dude. His back is a mess.
But wrestling's fake, guys.
Yeah. Anybody that sits there and tells me, if you're watching on YouTube with us and you're seeing this match, oh, wrestling's fake. No, they knew who was going to win. There ain't nothing fake about the numerous welts that this 40-something-year-old man's going to have to process for a year after this.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that little piece besides Sean and Hunter, I think that's part of one of the chairs that was used.
Yeah. And I've seen that happen because I was at this. The names are so stupid, so I couldn't tell you which it was. But PWG March 07, somebody walloped Joey Ryan upside the head with a chair. A piece of the chair flew into my lap.
Didn't hit him hard enough.
Yeah. Well, apparently it did. Not to be even looser than it already was, dumbass. There's a picture on my Facebook of me holding the chair, holding the piece. Like, it's just ridiculous. And then they took it away from me. Oh, well, we have to inventory the chair. Pretty sure this one's not going back, guys.
Yeah.
But okay. Okay, well, I'll pay for it. Well, we can't do that. We can't break up the set. The chair itself is broken.
We're up there somewhere.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. That's your view right there. There it is, baby. Love it. Love it. And see, again, 20-0. Nice round number. Should have been done.
We honestly thought like that was Taker's last WrestleMania match, which would have been super cool.
Right?
Also to talk about. To be like, man, we got to see him go 20-0.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still cool to talk about. Like,
well, it is. Yeah. I mean, this whole thing, if nothing else, the rest of the night, you guys are here for this.
Mm-hmm.
This is too cool for school.
Yeah.
It really is, man. And not to blow smoke up your ass anymore. Edge and the Horseman in the Hall of Fame. That's pretty fucking cool too. Mm-hmm. And Ron Simmons.
Oh, Ron Simmons was a blast, man. Ron Simmons induction was fantastic.
Okay, so the first time I bring Jade to a Monday Night Raw when we were still actually she was already pregnant by then, so we weren't actually dating at the time. I think pretty sure it was Staples because I was familiar with the arena enough where I knew where I was. We're in the can. I'm in the can. Human Tornado walks in, and we are discussing while businessing, and I walk out. Ron's talking to Jay, she's just talking, back and forth, and I guess Ron knew Human Tornado by because they're in the business or whatever. So I walk out with Tornado. He goes, "Craig, you know this fool?" And damn, right at me. I'm like, he gave me a damn. Stupid shit. I love this whole last part of this where they walk out together. This just makes me cry like a fucking baby, dude. I swear to God. Oh my God. Oh. This is why he and I do this. This is why they do this. Right here, guys. Oh my God. Hot take. I like the 28 logo.
You don't?
I do.
Oh, you do?
I do very much. I do. I don't like the puff, like the puffy up version of it, but I do like it. There you go. Show the replay of the edit.
Ow.
God. Oh. You know, Stephanie and Michelle are sitting back there when they get up there going, "You stupid idiots!" And you, Sean, let it happen. Go on timeout, all three of you. Sean, you know better. You've been here long enough. or the classic mom wife thing.
Yeah.
Was that? Did you enjoy yourselves for that? Right, yourselves? All right then. Good, because you're never doing it again. Until you did Australia.
And then Triple H does a freaking no DQ match against Lesnar the next year.
With freaking his flesh burning from dry ice.
Yeah.
And freaking Taker and Punk go to war.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. It's cool. I love that on the last ride, Taker talks about that Sean had pictures blown up for all three of them of that moment right there. And Taker's got his hanging over the door of his gym. It's too cool. Like if I was at that Mania, I'd want that plaque. I would hang that in every office I ever had in the history of ever. Such a Jesus Christ! I'm such a sentimental sap. Christ's sakes, dude.
It's so cool when like you get to watch these moments, like even on TV. When you're there live, man, like you never forget them.
Yeah, it's the old man said it for so long. There is nothing like the WWE live. There really isn't, especially WrestleMania.
Yeah.
No. I don't want to Hell in a Cell promo. I don't want to watch that show. I already watched that show once.
Yeah.
All right. So, since you guys are watching this now, and I have a little bit of time, more time than I thought I did. I forgot the Hardys wouldn't take up so much time because of no pre or post curricular shenanigans. I did want to say that whatever match gets voted in next week, and selfishly for both of us, I hope it's Shane versus AJ because that's the perfect way to do what we're going to do here. Until Peacock and WWE get their shit together, next week's going to be the last rewind for a while. Trying to find full presentations on YouTube is a bitch. I'm not going to lie. And anything other like the other motion or the video quality is such crap. I don't even want to try to watch it and try to call it. So until we get Peacock and unless we relocate to Canada, which Lisa said we can watch her version, which is fine by me. We're gonna take a rewind break. So Thursdays after trivia finalizes with either retention or the shot heard around the world in a few weeks, whatever happens, we'll figure out something for Thursdays. We'll figure out something to occupy your all's time. We'll he and I'll go over that. Maybe I'll talk over JJ. We'll figure out something for Thursday. But he and I talked about it before we started rolling, and it's just like it's too hard to try to get quality stuff off YouTube because there's not always a guarantee we're going to get what we want to present to you guys to meet our usual standards. So, but let's talk about what we got coming up because it's Friday. So coming up next is Dad's Not Always on Wrestling. And we said it when we taped it. We're going to say it throughout the show in a few minutes. Our most controversial show we will ever do on that. And I don't exaggerate or take that lightly or whatever you want to call it. We talk about the top 10 people. Oh, that's not the right graphic, Jeff. Hang on. There it is. There we go.
Just disappeared.
I'm coming back. I'll be back. There I am. So we talk about JJ and I came up with a collective together, top 10 people we feel should be expelled from the hall.
Well, I bet I know who one of them is.
I'm sure you do. However, I don't think that person made the Ultimate Final 10.
Really?
And I will tell you why. You know what? I'll go ahead and spoil it. As much as I don't like He Who Once Sat in the Chair in Washington, he was a huge part of 2 WrestleManias, hosting them. He was a huge player in a marquee match at 23 in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And whether we all as a fandom like it or not, Vince seems to love the guy. So and you know what? Vince himself inducted him.
Yeah.
So we can't just say we were very clear. Well, I don't want him in there because I don't like him. We did not go there.
Yeah.
Because that shit's too easy. We'd have been there for 6 hours. The whole hall would have been clear, for real. So full disclosure, we both went in with less than 10 on our own individual lists.
So you compiled them.
Yeah, so we went so 10. So, but when we get down to number 1 for us, Uncle Jeff gets a little bit out of hand. So again, I apologize for my choice of words. I don't apologize for what I state, but for how I state it. Very wrong of me, very inappropriate. The families of people I mention, for real, my bad. Like, not even like I for real, my bad. I'm sorry. Once we get past today's shenanigans, tomorrow, please, wrestling gods. No, not you, Bradshaw. Step out of the way for a second. Please let me get Big Gold up tomorrow and get it streaming, because this damn match with Ricky Steamboat, Ric Flair is just too good to keep not having go up. My God. And yes, I am showing all 3 matches, even though there wasn't title change in the New Orleans match.
Which is funny because we've watched them for Rewind before.
I know, but you know what? I'm on Twitter for that thing, so it's all good. But you can't tell the Big Gold story without all 3 of those matches. You just can't. So, right. And then Sunday is going to be Dylan's birthday, but he will be at his mom's. So the plan for me is to clean up. I mean, again, you guys don't see beyond the camera. This studio is a friggin' wreck again. So I need to clean up in here because Monday, off we go. It's WrestleMania week. My goodness. So Monday, talk wrestling, preview for the whole, all 4 nights of TakeOver and Mania. Tuesday, in lieu of poor Stat Boy and his schedule not really syncing up with ours down in Dollywood, I'm going to watch on the Hall of Fame for the first time. So that'll be fun. Wednesday, this guy is not only going to preview the semifinals of Wrestling Trivia Challenge on the Rick Cherry Show, but he's going to predict that night's TakeOver, the next night's TakeOver, WrestleMania. So we may go past an hour, not going to lie.
Yeah, it's going to be a very predictions-heavy show.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I don't get too much heat for doing my night 1 predictions the day of, but
but you know what though? The thing is, it won't have aired yet. So as long as you get it in before 7 Eastern, you're good to go. Yeah. I would say this. I was talking. I talked for an hour and a half at Lisa this morning. I'm gonna have the damnedest time on Monday. Like, this whole week is so hard to predict, and I love it.
Yeah, we said it on the Greg Cherry Show. It's so hard to predict, but good. we don't want to know. Finally, for the first time in a long time,
right.
We don't know what's going to happen with several matches on the show.
I'm so happy. Yeah.
And that's good because going in,
yeah,
we don't know what direction they're going to go.
Right.
I still don't think Sasha Bianca's a lock. I don't. I have this doubt in my mind that because they turned Sasha, maybe she sneaks out of Mania with the title and they give the title to Bianca at the next pay-per-view or after.
Right.
I don't. It's not an official prediction. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Right. Well, you've got just as we're taping this, just under a week, so you're good to go. And I will say this: Thursday, since we're going to go ahead and have Rewind be done next week, and since my Friday presentation is a replay of JJ's review show, which again, he's reviewing John Wick the last 3 days of next week, the 3 John Wick movies. So our replay on my network's going to be John Wick 3. Dude, we're going to lead into that Rewind because it's going to be more than likely Shane and AJ. I got to have a great lead in for John Wick, and I can't think of anything better than Shane and AJ. Just, Jesus Christ, what a great way to end the WrestleMania Viewers Choice stuff we've done, because I've enjoyed that. So Thursday, we are going to focus solely on the Wrestling Trivia Challenge and my watch along of Night 2 of TakeOver, because those are 2 huge things for us. Have you decided which semifinal match is going first?
Well, considering it's the one currently recorded, it's going to be Chris Cass versus the winner of tonight's match or yesterday's match.
Right.
So that'll be the first one, and then it'll be Scott got advanced again, and Louis Dengord. So, right,
we're gonna lead into the last match with Scott versus Louis. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, okay, so if you guys happen to hear me choke back, it's because my throat's my heart's in my throat as we finalize this tournament. Good grief, man! And then, of course, Friday, like I said, we're going to have the Wrestling Rewind season finale, for lack of a better term, and the John Wick 3 replay from Renegades Reviews. And then Saturday, Sunday, baby, WrestleMania. I'm not doing Big Gold next Saturday because WrestleMania starts too early in the day for me to try to line that shit up. So
I'm really hoping the Parts of Unknown guys don't decide, hey, we're going to do Fan Quizlemania just an hour before WrestleMania.
Oh, God.
Be like, I hate you guys. I'll probably still do it, but I'll be like, I kind of hate you right now. Why couldn't you wait till next week to do it? I have a feeling like they're not doing it this weekend because like it's Easter this weekend, and they're probably not going to do it next weekend because of WrestleMania. So I have a feeling they're going to promote it on the next Quizlemania to be like, hey, here's Fan Quizlemania stuff. But
right. There is a possibility I may pop in to go for the pin, which I haven't done in a long time, but I had Mike email me and ask me. I pointed out that Sunday is not only Easter, it's also Dylan's birthday. And he went, oh, I forgot it was Easter. My bad. The head birthday Dylan. I'm like, he's not going to be here. And I'm not, big, Easter guy. So I may pop in. Not sure yet. Yeah. I normally am very much Easter. I love Easter, but my kid's not going to be here. And my parents are in their 60s and I'm almost 40. So yeah. So there you go. But I will say this again, as we get ready to close, thank you all so much, because this coming week marks a year of me actually going back into video full time on the Jeff Meacham Network. And everybody's telling me I'm stressed out and worn down and exhausted. And I'm not going to argue with that one friggin' bit. My doctors themselves have told me the same thing. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me. There may or may not be a break after Mania next Sunday, so stay tuned. I'll let you guys know for that. But until we get there, until we get to Monday and WrestleMania week, again, stay tuned. Coming up right now, the most controversial episode of Dad's and Always Wrestling ever recorded. So settle in, kids. It's going to be a long hour and a half. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be intense. I do appreciate you guys sticking with me today for this, as it labeled it, the 3-hour super spectacular here on the Jeff Meacham Network. I thank you, sir. As we tape this, we're going to go do our next trivia thing in a little while and the post-game show. So I look forward to seeing you there today. And, of course, we did that yesterday. So if you guys enjoyed it, if you didn't see it, go watch it now after we're done with Dads. Thank you guys again. Trivia Challenge coming next week. WrestleMania week. It's going to be huge for us. So thank you guys for sticking with us. He's the champ. I'm the Meech. We will see you guys next time.
Warning: the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of the DADS, Not Always on Wrestling. I, of course, am one of your hosts, taking a breather from all of my motion picture viewing, the renegade JJ Williams. Joining me over here is none other than the man, the myth, the legend, the West Coast professor, Jeff Meacham. And today is going to be a doozy. At the top of last month, we came to you on the road to WrestleMania, talking about our lists of the 10 people who deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. And as of filming this, 2 of those names have already been announced, with heavy rumor being that a third on that list may be announced next week prior to this one going up. We'll have to see how that goes.
And if it is, I'll be about as high as he is the rest of the week about it. So there you go. Anyway.
So today we're going to talk to you, and this show is going to be a little different. We both don't have lists. We came together and we made a collective list of the 10 names that are currently in the Hall of Fame that we feel need to be taken out. And we will give you our reasons as to why. We both came up, we did our research on our own, and we both came up with about 8 names. None of them were the same. No. But I know there were names on his list that I would have had, and there were names on my list that he would have had. So we very easily probably could have done a top 10, but we decided to just stop, collaborate, and listen to bring you a joint. There's another, a joint list. 10 people that we feel don't deserve the Hall of Fame inductions. And we are going to alternate a little bit based on our knowledge of the individuals. So for the first 2 names, I'm going to turn it over to, once again, the West Coast professor, Jeff Meacham. Go ahead, sir.
And I just got to say, first of all, I'm going to be wearing my freaking King Center shirt. I don't get to wear this thing very often. And I always wear the dad's shirt. And then I went to the laundry and went, yeah, that ain't happening today because this thing smells like 3-day-old dads. So no ways. So we busted out the purple for you today, kids, because that's what we do. The logo's purple. We in purple. And let me just say,
and our bubbles are purple.
That's exactly. If the rumors prove true, and it is indeed Rob, funny. I was talking with Lisa about it when the day before we recorded this, and talking about you can celebrate. You can go. I'm gonna celebrate with you. I'm gonna go smoke. I don't smoke. I'm like, well, with Rob, you don't have to smoke. You spend 20 minutes with him, you're high for a year, so you're good on that. Saying contact high was a thing, even at the wrestling guy store. I'm not kidding. Just outside his car. Anyway, love you, Rob. All right, so my number 10 is probably going to be one of the more divisive ones we say, because a lot of people think he shouldn't be in anyway, but a lot of people agreed with him getting in when he did, and the reason he got in when he did. And I'm going to call him to the carpet for it. Our number 6, half our number 6, and we'll leave you to figure that out for a few minutes, is a reason why he himself does not want to be in anymore. Here's my thing with this guy. Like,
he became the longest reigning heel antagonist WWF champion up until the times of Triple H as the holder of the big gold belt, who held it for about 65 years, I believe, at that point. Before that, it was this guy. And once he lost, and once he left the company, he could not wait to seek out everybody's favorite silver-haired talk show host, Fox, Phil Donahue, and rape them on the carpet for what they allegedly did to him and did him with steroids and all that. And he sided with Bruno during Bruno's bullshit thing with the company. Then all his misdeeds catch up to him, and his liver fails, and he's going to die. And the only reason he survives is because a wonderful, unassuming teenage girl is in a car accident. She dies, and he gets her liver. And all of a sudden, he's found God, and he's this wonderful person now. And I'm sorry to Vince and Linda, and he pretty much spent the latter half of 2003 and 2004 smooching Vince's ass after spending 20 years kicking it all over the damn media. And then they put half on number 6 in, and he's too good for the organization. He's too good for the induction. Take me out of there. And he sells his ring. He was a douche then. He's a douche now. He's your favorite douche in mine, superstar Billy Graham. And again, you're probably not going to like us today because I'm going to be a real prick about the people I pick. And JJ has a reason to be about the prick about it because the thing is, and I noticed this when we were going over our convergence here. And by the way, if the guy that ever says stop, collaborate, listen, ever gets in WWE Hall of Fame, I will kill people. I will murder the McMahon family on the spot. He's never been with the company. He has no reason to be there. The only reason he has to be on our list at all is because you're doing his movie in about 2 or 3 days. Yeah.
And that's the only connection he has to wrestling, to my knowledge, is being a cameo in a movie that featured Kevin Nash in a
cameo
5-minute role. If that.
Hey.
And that's when he was still Oz and Vinny Vegas. He hadn't even become Diesel yet.
Hey, but was Kevin Nash not the final boss? Just saying. There you go. And he should have been final boss. 3 shouldn't even happen, but you'll get there later, I'm sure. Anyway, we're doing Back to the Future right now and good stuff. So we're for yesterday, today, tomorrow, we're living life. Next week, we'll see. Cheap plug.
All right.
Anyway, now that we've completely shit on your show and Vanilla Ice and everybody else, your turn.
But no. You were going to do 9 as well because you have more knowledge of the person. But yeah, dude, like superstar Billy Graham, I mean, I have no beef towards the guy. Right. This is definitely one of the people that was on Jeff's list.
Yes.
But, his logic makes so much sense. It's like, for starters, if you don't want to be in the Hall of Fame anyways, bye, Felicia. We don't need you here. We really don't.
No.
You sold your ring, and you're going to knock the people that thought enough of you to put you in their inaugural Hall of Fame class after, what was it, a good 8-year hiatus?
Yeah.
Like, go F yourself, dude, for real.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. Number 9 was a name that I came up with on my list, right. But the professor over here has way more knowledge on the individual, so I'm going to let him discuss the person that I picked. Go ahead, Jeff.
This is one of the ones where we went back and forth on because I feel my own personal self that there can be an argument either way for this man. He was a pioneer. As a promoter, he influenced a lot of people in the business that we love and cherish, including Bobby the Brain Heenan. This guy was the first wrestler Bobby Heenan ever saw in person. And Bobby, by his own admission, was scared shitless of this guy. Even had a gimmick. So, but other, and again, this is going to sound really bad considering my love for these guys, other than the main contribution of training Sabu and Rob Van Dam,
I can't think of a legitimate reason to have him in he's one of the all-time greatest lists. I just can't, and it sucks. And I know Rob's gonna call me to the carpet for that next time I see him. So be it. I will have my sins cast upon me. It is what it is. Wouldn't be the first time on this network or this show. Unfortunately, we had to go with number 9, Eddie Farhat, the Sheik. I mean, when you really think about it, yes, the Sheik was a hardcore wrestler, a extreme wrestler before ECW ever entered in that crazy little Jewish brain in 1993. Like, really. So
Ed Farhat was middle-aged and crazy before Terry Funk made it a gimmick.
6 times in 40 years. And yes, it's got Steiner math. No, I don't care. And by the way, he won't be on this list anytime soon because he's not Hall of Fame anyway, but he's in it anyway. Yeah, so there you go. But yeah, I can't, like, he threw fireballs. Cool. He scared the weasel before he was the weasel. Nice. If you hadn't trained my boy and your nephew, I probably wouldn't even have thought twice about putting you here. I mean, really. So,
and out of really the two that he's knowledgeable, and most people know that he trained. I'm sure he trained many more.
Oh, I'm sure.
But out of his biggest 2 students, Rob and Sabu's never going into the WWE Hall of Fame.
He don't want to. He said it himself.
So you've got one student that's Hall of Fame worthy.
Right. Although Sabu did say he would do it if it was a big payday.
Sabu will do anything for a big payday.
Except show up in Vegas on time. Or show up at all. Anyway. No, I'm not sorry about that one bit. I'm not.
So, I mean, the Sheik, like he said, I just personally could not think of a major contribution that he has made to pro wrestling aside from RVD and Sabu.
Right.
So that's why when we went through and made lists, he was up there on my list.
Yes, sir.
Number 8 was also on my list, and he's going to be the first one that I speak on.
Right.
And this is no disrespect to the man, the performer of the gimmick, because I've met the man. He's a decent enough dude, when he's not totally fabing us. Because me and Jeff did try to set up an interview with this man during the time we were in Vegas when the pipe bomb was dropped. And we were told that this man didn't do wrestling anymore. And then he showed up at that Raw, having totally fabed us.
With the train in tow.
This man has performed under numerous gimmicks, including Papa Shango, Kama Mustafa, the Supreme Fighting Machine, Just Kama, the Good Father, and of course, the Godfather, Charles Wright.
Now, first of all, Papa Shango's to blame for Randy Orton's recent penchant for spitting shit out. So that right away gets him out of my list. Anyway.
I mean, the Godfather himself is a tag team champion, intercontinental champion.
Right.
So he does have accolades. Okay. Yeah. Member of the Nation of Domination, and the Nation was on my list of a stable that definitely deserves induction.
Right.
If he was going in as a member of the Nation, there'd be no arguments from me.
Agreed.
However, as an individual, when your biggest claim to fames are rolling a fatty for this pimp daddy, coming down with a slew of women that you yourself call hoes, and you cannot call them that anymore because of the PG era that we live in. I wonder what Peacock's going to do with all of that. BTW.
I'm not going to Peacock on SummerSlam. It's a mess.
And you were the guy that Owen Hart was supposed to win the Intercontinental title from the night he died.
And we're not using it as a slide against Charles by any stretch of the imagination.
No, because it clearly wasn't Charles's fault.
No.
But these are his claims to fame.
Right.
are those claims to fame really Hall of Fame worthy?
And, he was supposed to lose to Owen. It's because of him we had another Jeff Jarrett IC reign. And then the split up of D'Lo Mark Henry. So, I mean, that kind of goes back to him for not being a good Intercontinental champion to hold on to it past Owen. And
just throwing that out there.
And yes, let's go ahead and revisit that D'Lo Brown, Mark Henry, Jeff Jarrett storyline once. Okay, we're good. Thanks. Goodbye. Wow. Bad storyline. Although Deborah Blue Bikini, not so bad. Anyway.
I mean,
next guy you have more knowledge on than I do. So, yeah. So
it did birth the first Eurocontinental champion. So,
It's true. Oh, okay. Clearing the air here. Nation goes in at your suggestion. If the Nation doesn't, Rock deserves it for sure.
Yeah.
Ron Simmons goddamn sure deserves it.
And so does Mark.
Mark Henry. I don't think again, I love D'Lo. He's a wonderful dude, as is Charles. I don't think either. Oh, well, I think D'Lo does edge it out a little bit more because of how many times he was champion and the fact that he was, like you said, the first Eurocontinental champion. So that, maybe gets his toe through the door and he can bitch about it and see if he gets in. Charles Wright has no bitch. There we go.
But the point you were making is valid. I don't see D'Lo getting in unless they induct the Nation. Right. And it should have been the same for Charles Wright.
Yep. And what's really funny is at the time they inducted him, they were already balls deep in PG. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
No.
And one more claim to fame for the Godfather just dawned on me. Lita and Victoria both debuted as his hoes.
Yeah. Funny side note, I don't even know if you know this about your girl, Lisa Marie Varon. Do you know her first wrestling appearance wasn't on WWF television?
Yes.
Okay. I was reminded of that. I went, oh, yeah. Dude, Scott Hall was a pimp before Charles Wright knew what the word Godfather was.
Number 7 on our list is a celebrity inductee that we want to remove.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, there's a lot of celebrities that we would take out. Jeff over here would like to completely wipe the wing, but I feel that there are some individuals that are in the celebrity wing that because of what they have done for WWE, plus the fact that one of them in particular will never get into his respective real Hall of Fame.
I know.
The wing does deserve to exist, but maybe, and I pitched this to Jeff off air, maybe the celebrity wing needs to be voted on by the fans. Every year, throw 3, 4, 5 names, whatever, that they're kicking around the office there in Stamford, up onto WWE.com or even Twitter. Let the fans decide which celebrity they feel is deserving of an induction in the celebrity wing, because the celebrity wing is very divisive.
Oh, yeah.
They either love the celebrity or they don't.
Right.
And then once the people have chosen their choice, the people's choice for the celebrity inductee, depending on his schedule for that one day a year, trot Rocky out to induct the people's choice. The people's champion, the biggest Hollywood superstar to come out of WWE. No disrespect to Hogan, no disrespect to Piper, no disrespect to even Cena, who is starting to make the amount of grumbling that Rocky has made. But Rocky's been doing this for 21 years in Hollywood. Let him be the one to induct it.
Rock is the only guy when it comes to crossing over to Hollywood. You never have to say, with all due respect to fucking Rocky's owned all of them. They're all his bitches at this point. For real. Even John.
I know. I only mention all due respect to Hogan and Piper because they were some of the first.
Right, I know.
Prior to Rocky, I would say Piper was the longest tenured crossover to Hollywood. And like I said, Cena is now starting to make a grumbling.
Although, right. But as we learned last month, Roddy's movie track record is not so good.
Very, very valid. But the People's Champ inducts the People's Choice celebrity wing.
Right.
This celebrity, aside from contributing a couple of wrestling entrance themes and a pay-per-view theme song or two, what the hell does he do to deserve his spot in the Hall of Fame? My opinion, nothing. And especially when you go onto the WWE network, as Jeff has pointed out, and they edit one of the theme songs that he allowed them to use, but they still play the other one.
Amongst
number 7, Kid Rock.
Yeah. And not only do they overdub American Badass, they use everybody's favorite, You're Gonna Pay. I legit think my dad is the only Undertaker fan that likes that song. I'm not kidding.
That song is hot garbage.
Yeah. Because seriously, it was the same song as far as music the entire heel run up until he babyface, and then when he went back into the darkness. So take the lyrics out, cold. But goddamn, that
the instrumental.
Oh man, but that freaking lyrical one is hot. It's like you said, that's a mess. It's garbage.
Yeah, the instrumental version of "You're Gonna Pay" is good.
Yeah. Either one.
The lyrics are just horrible. They don't make sense for the Undertaker.
I have a theory why that happened, and this is just conjecture. He started using that theme like late 02, early 03, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory that because his brother was teaming with Rob smoked him the hell out and go, dude, this will be perfect. No. Just saying, just throwing it out there.
No.
Okay. No, I'm not right. I'm sorry. Okay.
Number 6, we're going to turn it back over to Jeff, and he's already touched on one of these people.
Right.
I will go ahead and say that 2 of these names were on my list.
Right.
Or one half of this was on my list. Right. The other half was on his list.
Yes.
I originally wanted to lump these 2 with the original Sheik, Ed Farhat.
Right.
And Jeff decided, no, let's give the Sheik his own entry, but we will pair these 2 together. Go ahead, Jeff.
And the reason I say they're paired together is because their wrestling history is forever intertwined, especially when you think about they worked the first Starrcade together as a featured attraction from Puerto Rico. It's like the ring announcer even said it. So, okay, when one half got inducted, the guy who thinks he's Superstar Billy Graham, Wayne Coleman, decided to bitch about it and sell his ring. So, okay, bye, Wayne. See ya. This is already a great Wayne in sports anyway. We don't need your stupid ass. But the other one, again, his claim to fame as far as in the WWS/WWE was a monumental appearance in the Royal Rumble match in '97, which featured the guy I had on my list, Mil Mascaras, eliminated his damn self. Tremendous work. And the fact that his sons and his nephew were also WWE superstars, and quite honestly, 3 pretty cool superstars. I'm not gonna lie, they were cool people. I've met all 3 of them at one point.
I like what you did there. Cool.
Didn't mean to. Didn't even mean to. See, there you go.
Spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
That's right. His eldest boy has had his troubles with the company. No question about it. But he made an appearance at the Royal Rumble this year, made an appearance on Raw, looking like he's been jacked for a while. But their father, and I respect him to death here, God help me. I don't know if he's dead, to be honest with you. I really don't know. But these 2 guys never really gave me any, like, oh, that was cool. That's a little bit necessary bloodletting. And this is coming from a guy that was chased around by his promoter with a crimson mask running out of a freaking gym in Hayward, California. And I thought these 2 guys used too much blood. Carlos Colon, now Duel the Butcher. And credit to JJ, he found a Starrcade picture. That's awesome, dude. I love it.
I said, I just was looking for a picture of the 2 of them together since we lumped them together.
Yeah.
I would have preferred if you could have seen both their faces better.
Right.
But alas, I feel Carlos is the more respected one of the two of them from us. So the fact that he's standing and Abby's on his back, it is what it is, baby.
And again, if you like Abby, cool. I know Mick Foley's gonna want to hang me an effigy for that. That's fine. I don't sweat you, Mick. I love you, brother. But I can count the number of matches that Abdullah the Butcher worked that were licensed by the World Wrestling Federation / World Wrestling Entertainment on no digits. It never happened. Only the Vergania. When you're a 10-time world champion, go fuck yourself. Thanks. Okay. Sorry. It makes me blunt. When you're that guy and you train every half the damn Hall of Fame yourself, yeah, you get a spot. You're good. Your son, yeah, he's a prick or whatever. But Abby, I can literally think of his wars with Cactus Jack in WCW after he was brought in to attack Sting with Cactus. They ended up as a team who kept beating each other up. It was like watching freaking Matt Hardy MVP 20 years early. It was weird. Except much more blood and much more shovels and Missy Hyatt going in cold water and being made a fool of, which not hard to do. He never worked for WWE, and what he did contribute, I don't like Billy Graham's bullshit, but he's right. He didn't contribute a goddamn thing except bloodletting and chaos. Like, Abby got over by the fact that his favorite weapon was a fork in his tights and the fact that he could actually stick coins in the divots in his head. That's a bit demented to be a claim to fame, like even for this show.
Yeah.
So, no.
Because we're twisted.
No. Yeah. Well, we have to be. Anyway, that's a therapy edition of Dads on Wrestling. Anyway, so am I doing the next one or are you?
No, I'm doing number 5.
Okay, well, as you should, considering where you stayed and who he be. So, carry on.
Yeah. Number 5, a lot of the same stuff that I said for Kid Rock can be said about our number 5, And being a man who grew up in the LBC,
right? It's
going to be ironic for me to do this one.
Yeah, I was surprised. Not gonna lie.
Can anybody legitimately give me a reason why Snoop Dogg
legit? His cousin's legit boss.
Why Snoop Dogg deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame? Okay, you're related to Sasha Banks. You're related to Sasha Banks. Good on you. You did a song on WWF Aggression. That's not a claim to fame. Aside from the Run DMC DX song, that album was a ton of heart garbage.
The fact that Ice-T wrapped the Godfather and D-Lo to the ring at my first WrestleMania, and I only know that's still true because I have the VHS. That's not on the network no more. They go from the opening of the show to they're already in the ring and Godfather's cutting this promo. It's time. What? Okay, it's time. Can we get the other guys out? Thank you. I mean, they don't even air the fact that they acknowledge Ice-T wrapped him down there.
Yeah.
Like, that's how worthless the Aggression album is. Like you said, Run DMC, which amazing freaking song. Let's throw that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Method Man's Know Your Role, the rock song, was damn good as well.
Yeah.
And that's because at the time I was a huge Method Man fan.
Right.
Still am. Method Man was always my favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan. But we're not talking about Method Man. We're talking about Snoop Dogg. So him and Dub C did the song for Stone Cold on the Aggression CD. Okay, great. So you're related to Sasha Banks. Okay, great. So you performed the Divas to the Ring. Didn't he at that one WrestleMania?
Kid Rock did that, actually.
Oh, that was Kid Rock. Okay.
Snoop Dogg performed Sasha to the ring at 32 when she went for the triple threat match.
Right, but I thought I remembered him doing something else performance-wise.
No, at 25, that was Kid Rock, and they don't even air that network either. He's so petty about his music and like it's anywhere. They cut right to the start of that match. That's how petty Bob is. And you know what? Let me just throw out there, Bob. I'm going to tell you, Kid Rock. I'm going to give you the respect, Bob. I applaud you. You boinked Pam Anderson, dude. Dude, awesome. And you know what? She should be in the Hall of Fame just because she was at two WrestleMania and a Royal Rumble. So if she can be in, I guess you can be in too, you freaking petty piece of shit. Anyway, continue.
But Snoop Dogg hasn't done anything that is worthy of the Hall of Fame. He really hasn't.
No.
Now, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, even that's debatable because he's a rapper in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But they've been inducting rap artists lately.
Right.
Pac is in, Biggie is in.
Yeah.
Snoop, if he isn't in yet, will definitely get his day in Cleveland. Sure. But the WWE Hall of Fame, come on, yo.
Now, I will say this about Snoop, because I like I am the world's least rap friendly white guy, I think, on the planet. I'm not even trying to be fronting about it, all right? But I do enjoy Snoop's work. I've enjoyed his little cameos along the way over the years. They've been funny. He was at the only WrestleMania I've been to. He was the master of ceremonies at the redonkulous Playboy match that nobody remembers anymore because it was, well, first of all, the fucking lights went out.
See, I knew I remembered him doing something else at a Mania. I was wrong about performing, but I remembered him doing something else.
Yeah. What they did basically was he did perform while they were going down there, but you were thinking of Kid Rock actually singing the girls to the ring. That's what you were measuring, because they were a year apart, so you were kind of measuring the two. Freaking Snoop came out there and would only be described as a pitmobile on crack because it's black, so it's got to be some sort of weird drug or whatever, or pot because it's Snoop Dogg. Just freaking this horrible fucking vehicle just going down the aisle there in Orlando, and the participants in the ring were just because it was a Playboy Lumberjill match. Like, that's how gimmicky the shit was. It was Playboy Lumberjills, and it was freaking Snoop Dogg as the MC. If you get more gimmicky, you're back in the 90s. I'm just throwing it out there, for Christ's sakes. And he whooped Santino, knocked him the hell out, and gave Maria the most ridiculous kiss probably she's ever had until she got with Mike, which God bless him for that. So yeah, he has participated, but his involvement in the company is even less than Kid Rock's. I mean, really. Yeah. He's contributed exactly 2 songs that were WWF/WWE exclusive, and one, to his credit, Sasha's remix is actually pretty good. I don't mind. I actually like the new format of her song. But Stone Cold's song, I can hear those lyrics in my nightmares when I'm having really bad back spasms. Like, that's how bad it is.
And the worst part is he was only the chorus. Dub C was the main rapper on that song.
Seriously, but I can, if you down, what you better say, hell yeah. I'm like, oh my God, blow my brains. So bad.
And it still wasn't even the worst song on the album.
What would you say is?
In my opinion, on Aggression, the worst song was Rod the Rugged Man doing Chris Jericho.
I will co-sign on that and put it. There you go. Agreed. But to be fair, Jericho's song is so iconic. You don't mess with that, man.
Anyway. Going back to the Aggression album, for the longtime fans that remember this album, you might be able to co-sign and vouch with me on this one. For the newer fans that haven't heard it, I'm only going to recommend that you look it up on YouTube and listen to it, just so you can say you've heard these songs.
Right.
But in my personal opinions, the songs on the album that sampled and kept the beats true to the original theme songs were the best songs.
Right.
The ones that completely went out of left field and tried to change it up too much were the worst songs.
Yeah.
DX. The East Side is doing Kane's song. Method Man doing The Rock.
Right.
The New Age Outlaws song done by Badass and Technique. And Badass is a homie of mine, or was before he passed away.
I sure remember that.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
The ones that stayed true to the instrumentation of the original theme they were covering were solid. Not great, but solid. The other ones were hot trash.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's see. The Kings, Run DMC, the best song on there. Mankind's version by Cool Keith and ODB.
Eh,
Eh.
eh.
Know Your Role, again, good. Method Man. Hell Yeah by Snoop Dogg gets the lead credit. He's not even the damn lead singer. Holy
No,
vey.
because
And
he's the
Dub C,
bigger
like,
draw.
yeah, No Chance. Like, it tried. It gets the Missed Participation Award for trying.
It's middle of the pack.
Yeah, Gangrel, I Won't Stop. I didn't like that one at all. I didn't personally.
Eh.
Kane's was better. Jericho's Rugged Man should be hung in the middle of Winnipeg for that. That's no. New Age Outlaws, You Ain't Hard was actually okay. That was actually pretty good. Pimpin' Ain't
Like I
Easy
said, that
was
one set a middle to me though because
right,
Badass
because
was
your
my
boy.
homie.
Yeah,
Like
Pimpin'
he
Ain't Easy.
lived in the front apartments of the old Casa D18.
Oh no shit, I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, when he was coming up, he lived. Okay, so we were 18 and 17. He would have
Right.
been 16.
Oh damn, he's right there. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pimpin' Ain't Easy is much better on the track than it was live. Like WrestleMania 2000 performance was so bad. Oh my god. And
That one I would put middle of the pack also. It wasn't a horrible
in the room and I get that, but man, like half the crowd was like, what the hell's going on? Big for Big Show. I don't remember that one, to be honest with you.
That one wasn't horrible. He actually used it for a while.
He did. That's right. That's right. He did. It was okay. Yeah. So, and the game for Triple H, or game, not the game, by Mystical and Razkaz.
And I like Mystical too, but that song was garbage.
And then the Undertaker's. Yeah,
No.
I don't. No. What's funny is, like, you can get pretty much any WWE album on Spotify.
And there's a reason, because even WWE tries to forget this shit.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Vince McMahon tries to forget the Stand Back video.
I wish they'd at least release The Kings by Run DMC, because that song is my. I'm watching 2000. That song is my jam right now, man. I'm like, yeah, every time it comes on.
You can probably find the music video for it on YouTube. They actually did a video for it.
That video was so good until the last 20 seconds. Yeah. And with all due respect to her, I love her till the end. But Stephanie doing the crotch chop on top of that car is the silliest goddamn thing I've ever seen.
And let's just get it out here, okay? If we have Kid Rock and Snoop Dogg in the Hall of Fame, why is Chris Warren not in there?
Or here you go, Chris Warren,
the leader of the DX band.
How about Run DMC? WrestleMania performance and then the DX song. How fucking low. But yeah, Chris Warren.
But I mean, Chris Warren, who sang the DX song, who sang the freaking original Triple H song, My Time.
Yeah, right. Who sang the on the Run DMC song? He's all over DX
because it was a remix of the DX theme.
It was, dude. And dude, like people thought for years people thought for years Chris Warren was Triple H's brother. He was involved so much. Like, for real, they did. Right. Bottom line is, they performed, the Chris Warren band, the DX band, performed at the two biggest shows of the Attitude Era, WrestleMania 14 and SummerSlam 98. And they performed more than once at each show. So you can't not put that guy. Wow. Okay, we went on a whole tangent on this. Snoop, this is all your fault.
God damn you, Snoop. It's the weed talking. It's the weed.
And we're back to Rob. Okay. So,
for number four should come as no surprise for anyone. I will let Jeff take the lead on the venom spewing here.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just going to say that our number 4 was the first person of the modern Hall of Fame age. And by that, I mean from the relaunch in 04 to now. The first inductee that made me, as well as this man, scratch our heads and say, and this is going to be the one this show, Jeff, made us say, what the actual fuck?
Oh, I've already said that a few times just talking about that damn Snoop Dogg thing, so we're in trouble as it is. It's whatever. I don't give a shit anymore. I really don't. It always seems to be our shows that gets flagged for either the fair words or the copyright, so fuck it. Anyway, all right. You've heard me talk about number 4 every year.
when they say, how does he get in and not? Because this person's in. I will grant that he was a former, I think, 2-time USWA unified champion. They call it the world title. It was only contested in the Memphis area. It's not a world title. It doesn't go outside of Memphis, you dorks. But okay. His biggest claim to fame, and again, this is not a slight, was the big parrot on his arm. He was the Birdman. Coco B fucking where. Now, I'm going to use that F word in the next entry also because Conrad does, and I just like copying Conrad sometimes. But anyway, he is the measuring stick for what the hell in this damn list, because, well, how is Coco in and not everybody that's come after him? The man that inducted him was, in WWE canon, the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time. When did Hunky go in, JJ?
10 years later.
2019. And what do people remember that ceremony for more than anything else? The tackling of the Hitman. Not Brett and Jim's induction, not DX's, although DX made something AW, so that was kind of funny. Not the Harlem Heat, who so deserved it. No. And Honky, who deserved it. No. It was because some asshole tried to get cute and got his ass whooped. Which, God bless the talent for that, man. I'm glad I wasn't at that Hall of Fame. I probably would have gone to jail. For real. But yeah, dude, like, and again, I like Coco. I was a fan of Coco Beware as a kid, except when they decided to put Owen Hart in baggy pants with him. Like, dude, Owen Hart is so much better than this piece of shit gimmick. And like, I know what gimmick was in 1992, but still, it's like, no. Like,
and while that may have been a career low point for Owen, in my opinion, that was like Coco's high point. Like, I liked high energy.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, that's the thing. As kids, we did.
What I did is homework. Like, I enjoyed them as a team.
Right.
But it just wasn't. No,
Granddad, you're wrong for that. No, it's not. And again, it's.
And if it is, God damn it, why isn't Owen in there?
Yeah. Owen Hart should get a consolation for having to wear those baggy pants. Seriously. It's like he couldn't be Owen Hart. He had to be the Blue Blazer. He couldn't be Owen. He had to be Jim's partner in the New Fan Nation. He couldn't be Owen. He had to be baggy pants with Coco. No wonder he turned heel. He was going nuts.
And then when he was allowed to be Owen, it was the greatest thing ever.
Right. Well, you see, that's why he said kick the leg out of his leg, because he didn't know what the hell he was doing, because he was so about having this shitty gimmicks for 10 years. Funny fact, nobody knows this. He went to WCW to try to de-Bret himself. Just saying. Look it up. It's on the, well, if you can find out Peacock, God bless you. You're a freaking Sherlock Holmes. Tell me your secrets. God, you suck, NBC. Anyway, carry on. Oh, is it my turn or is it your turn?
Number 3 is another one that we are both going to spew some venom towards.
Oh, hey, Snoop. Speaking of Cleveland,
number 3 on our list.
Yeah. I know.
He is. If Coco Beware is the bar of, if he can make the Hall of Fame, why can't X wrestler?
Right.
Number 3 is that for the celebrity wing.
Yep.
If this guy is in there, why not the others? Drew Carey.
Even he's laughing at his own damn self for being in the Hall of Fame. Look how stupid he looks. He's like, what am I doing here? What's happening?
Dude had a grand total of maybe, and we're being generous here, maybe 10 minutes of airtime at the Royal Rumble.
Including the backstage segments.
Yes. He spent more time on stage giving his speech than he did participating in any other WWE event.
He spent more time ogling Trisha Stratus's than he did actually in the ring.
Well, let's be real. If you were in the ring and Kane came out, you would run for cover too.
Well, if it were me, I would have stayed with Trish and not gone out in the first damn place. But that's neither here nor there because I don't have Ron kicking my ass. So, you know.
But
and you
seriously,
know what? If you're Drew Carey money, you try to bribe Kane too. But Kane's above that. He's a true politician. He's a man of the people. And the people wanted him to choke slam Carey's stupid ass. Anyway.
Yeah.
And he almost
Drew
did.
Carey is in the celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame.
Why?
And again, if I'm just going to start spouting off some celebrities here, okay?
Here we go.
So
Here we go.
forgive me for this little diatribe. This following rant is, I'm sure, going to be hashtag Statboy approved. If Drew Carey is in the celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame, why isn't the Insane Clown Posse? Why isn't Kevin Federline? Okay? Why isn't Samuel L. Jackson as Shaft?
Dude, I want Sam Jackson just because he'll say motherfucker so many times, don't get thrown off the air. That's why I want that to happen. I want that to happen because of that right there. You heard me, folks. Make it happen.
For real, though.
I know.
There are so many celebrities that had blink and you miss it appearances on WWF TV. And yet Drew Carey's in the Hall of Fame.
Right. There is only one celebrity that they could induct that had about the same screen time as Drew did. That if they put him in, he'd be the low bar. And I say that because despite us going down there and attending what it was at Venice Beach, the thing at Staples Center was not the Summerfest, Jeremy Piven, you dumb shit. Other than Jeremy Piven, there is no
What's sad, though, is I think Jeremy Piven is still more respected than Drew Carey.
I don't know about that. Like, okay. I'm gonna come to the defense of Drew briefly. His sitcom was funnier than shit. Whose Line is hysterical. I will never get over him being Price's Right host because of Bob Barker not being the host. And if I die on that hill, whatever. But Drew Carey, when he's allowed to be at his Drew Carey best, is actually a pretty funny dude. Now, his Royal Rumble appearance was crap. And his Hall of Fame speech, you could tell how much he did not want to be anywhere near that damn stage. But Jeremy Piven is, I don't know about him being more respected than Drew Carey. I gotta hear the evidence on this side, counselor.
I don't follow Jeremy Piven, to be perfectly honest with you. I just throwing, against the wall, see if it sticks.
Yeah. That
I never watched the Drew Carey show.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Okay. So there's that right there. Okay. And if it was funny, it was the writing team that made it funny, not Drew Carey. Whose Line Is It Anyway was funny in spite of Drew Carey.
Well, right, because he was the host.
Other acts on the show is what made it funny.
Very much so. And I will counter your writing team being funny. He was on the writing team in that show the whole time. So
The Price is Right. Mikey made it down to contestants row.
Oh man.
That's the only plus I will give him as far as The Price is Right goes. No one will ever replace Bob Barker. No one will ever replace Bob Barker.
Nope.
But Statboy himself made it down to contestants row. He did not make it onto the main stage. But he did make it to contestants row.
Here we go. If we're putting Price is Right hosts in, Bob Barker was the best guest host Raw ever had. Why is he in the Hall?
Why aren't the Muppets in there?
Well, because Hornswoggle's not there to bitch at us for saying it.
They guest hosted Raw.
Paul Rubens. Seriously, I will find a way if they induct Pee-wee, for the love of God, dude. I will find a way to get there if they allow audiences. By the way, minor bitch for a minute. They taped the ceremony last week, as this airs, or this week as this show airs, in the Thunderdome with no audience. Even though we're getting a little better, and somehow WrestleMania is open, you can go see with an audience, but you can't go to Hall of Fame. So, just so I'm clear, Vince, whoever else is doing that,
The NWO isn't worthy of an audience. Nor is Eric Bischoff. Nor is JBL. Nor is Molly. Nor are the Bellas. Nor is British Bulldog, may he rest in peace. Nor is Kane. Nor is Great Khali. Nor is whoever else you've inducted this week.
Jushin Thunder Liger.
And Jushin Liger. Yeah. I have a real problem with that. I really do. Like, I have a legit, because you're so keen to freaking sell out what you can at Raymond James, you can't even remotely convince me that one of the arenas in Tampa won't let you run 15% and do a Hall of Fame with at least some people to give the people their proper due that they should have had last year, let alone this year. So on behalf of myself, I'm speaking for myself. If you want to co-sign, fine. But on behalf of Jeff Mead, Network, if you're a WWE Hall of Fame decider and where the ceremony is, go fuck yourself. There we go. I'm off my soapbox. Carry on.
Number 2 on our list.
Number 2,
I feel goes kind of hand in hand with Coco Beware.
Yes. Although
when the biggest claim to fame is the fact that you have swung from the nutsack
of Hulkamania
of Hulk Hogan for your entire career, that does not garner you a Hall of Fame induction.
If Hulkamania ran wild, he was the freaking swinging. He was swinging between his legs the whole way down the road.
And no, we're not talking about Jimmy Hart, because Jimmy Hart freaking deserves it.
And we love Jimmy Hart. Jimmy's our homie. We love Jimmy.
However, Ed Leslie, Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Okay. There'll be no monetization this week. And Jeff doesn't give a fuck. Anyway.
For starters, I can't get over that image that I chose.
Dude, this is like the most Brutus image you could have picked out of all the Brutus images that ever existed. Like, first of all, he's in front of the damn barbershop window, which you just want to see Jenny try to run away from Shawn Michaels in. That's just tremendous right there. You got the damn barber pole, and then his eyes are like he actually did inhale the anthrax he was accused of at the fucking subway. Jesus, Ed. He's like, I'm auditioning for Zodiac. Yes, no.
But seriously, like, okay. So you're Hulk Hogan's best friend.
I know.
Okay. So you hosted the segment where the Rockers broke up and Jannetty got thrown through the window.
He tried to run away. He was a chicken shit.
Okay. You tag teamed with Greg the Hammer Valentine as the Dream Team and were tag champions. That I will give you. And me and Jeff even discussed off the air. If they had put Brutus Beefcake in the Hall of Fame in 2004 when they put in Valentine, or even 2005 when they did the WrestleMania 1 Hall of Fame, and you had Piper, Orndorff, Hogan, it would have made sense seeing him clumped in with those surroundings.
The problem with WrestleMania 1 is his WrestleMania 1 match was San Martino's kid, and that was a train wreck of a match. I get why they didn't do that. But
I understand, also, but he would have fit in better,
right? And
with that class as opposed to the company that he kept.
But the other thing is this: if he goes in with that class, who inducts him? Nobody else likes him but Jimmy and Hulk. Just
Valentine.
For real. All right, there you go. Okay, fair enough. Well, it's just Johnny V. Yeah, right. Okay.
His former Dream Team tag partner could have done it.
Put it this way, guys, and this is going to be so callous sounding, but like I said, I don't give a shit at this point. They booked him for an appearance at a venue. I won't get the name of the venue. I'm not going to be that guy, but at a venue out here in SoCal for a meet and greet. Brutus now. Nobody buzzed. Not a buzz. All of a sudden, Valentine's announced for the meet and greet a reunion of the Dream Team. I think they're sold out at this point. And that's where the Valentine respect comes. That's where Johnny Valentine imposed the respect level in his son, and Greg earned the respect of every damn buddy. Greg Valentine can go out right now and wrestle and not get blown up for 45 minutes still, because Greg's awesome. Brutus will always, 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 always be Hulk Hogan's lackey. And that's not me trying to be a douchebag. That just is what it is, baby.
Yeah, we just call it like we see it. And I've met the Dream Team.
Yes.
I have a picture with them.
Yeah.
Brutus is a nice enough guy,
but
he's not Hall of Fame worthy on his own.
No. And you can throw tag team championship matches at me, tag team title reigns, but you know what? And to be in his defense, just a smidge, had he not had a parasailing accident take off half his damn face, he would have been the Intercontinental Champion instead of Kerry Von Erich. So there is that. Now, Brutus's biggest claim to fame, besides being Hogan's lackey, is the barbershop. And the most memorable barbershops were the ones where the set got destroyed. Once by Janae trying to run away from Shawn Michaels because he was a pussy, and one by Sid Justice tearing the place apart. Oh, wait, Ric Flair was on. Ric Flair's debut on primetime was way more memorable than the barbershop because Heenan kicked Brutus out of that place. You kidding me? Brutus went on to be the single biggest joke in the history of WCW. Yes, I said that out loud with my own voice. They couldn't call him Brutus, even though they did it point blank at Bash at the Beach 94. And friggin' Turn Central's going, shit! That's a Robin Williams reference. I love you, Robin. So then, okay, well, we'll call him Brother Brudeye. Oh, gee, that's real clever. Let's just call him Brother Brudeye. Oh, he's the whole dumbasses. Then he becomes the Butcher because he has to feud with Hulk because that's a logical response. Then he becomes a Zodiac person because Hulk has to plant a mole in the Dungeon of Doom, and the fucking Dungeon of Doom deserves a freaking whatever the hell website that does those botch awards, whatever it's called. It's not Botchmania, it's something else. Anyway, then he's the Booty Man with a finisher of a high knee. Do the math. Then he becomes...
That's some Scott Steiner math.
Yeah. Then he becomes the Disciple. Then he's still the Disciple, but he's not with Hogan anymore because the Warrior converted to the One Warrior. Dude, like, NWO fans were like third generation. What the fuck by that point? I'm like, dude, just go ahead. Like, seriously, just stop. It's like, even the great and powerful Hollywood can't save you from this at this point. And then what did he do between 2000, let's just say 99, and his Hall of Fame induction? Oh, wait. Yeah. 20 years.
A couple appearances on Hogan Knows Best.
I said what I said. Yeah, Brian Knobs did that too. You're not gonna give him that credit? Come on. Brian Knobs was as big as 3 times his size. Anyway, I'm not gonna pick on Brian. I love Brian. Don't be an asshole, Jeff. Jesus Christ. Okay, stop. I'm getting carried away because I'm just so mad at that Brutus. Oh my god. Okay, stop.
Well, let's not stop too much there, no. Jeff, because you've got to get into our number one.
I know, and it's like for every bit that I love Brutus, and even though I don't want him in there, I still love Ed Leslie to pieces. He's a wonderful dude, and I can see why Hogan can get along because they're both a couple of goobers. This guy, all right.
And I'm just gonna, before Jeff gets into detail about number one, I'm gonna say, with all due respect, at the time that the man went in, I could understand it. To an extent. Hear me out. At the time he went in, I could understand it.
Okay.
As information about his personal life and what he did, which Jeff will get into, became more and more public, I don't understand why he wasn't removed sooner. And he still hasn't been removed.
Yeah, he's been put back in after the fact, which is even more sketchy.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, so I don't even know where to begin. I'm like, he's been a part of so many like monumental things over the years that, like, if you don't know the dark side of the story, you wonder why he's even on our list of castaways. but because former U.S. champion, contender for the IC title, one of the biggest moments in history, the moment that led Mick Foley to pursue a career in this business. I believe Bubba Ray Dudley said the same thing. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure he co-signed on that as well. The man who was the first victim of the streak. There's been a lot of things he's done over the years. But when you come right down to it, even if it wasn't 100% like, oh my God, it's acknowledged, it had been known for 13 years that 99% likely he killed his girlfriend and gotten away with it and had it scrubbed under the table by management. I know it's a shitty thing to say and a dark accusation to make, but I'm not saying anything the Vice didn't tell us a year ago, whatever it was now. If you haven't figured it out yet, Jimmy Superfly Snuka is our number one person who should be outright, flat out, immediately removed from the WWE Hall of Fame. And I had this epiphany about 45 minutes ago, or actually an hour and 15 ago, because we're actually an hour in now. The person that we always say should be in based on his career, not his life, also had something to do with the death of a Nancy. Like, that shit hit me in the brain about an hour and a half ago. I went, whoa, that's too weird a coincidence. That's bizarre as shit. But he did. If you haven't seen the Vice documentary, I encourage you, even though you're watching this on the premiere, you can pause. We're big boys. We'll wait,
Or just wait for us to finish since we're on our number one.
Right, yeah. And then go watch the Vice documentary on Superfly Jimmy Snuka and his girlfriend Nancy I forget her. Nancy A. We'll put it that way. There is no, in my opinion, and again, I'm not a freaking CSI investigator. I'm not in criminal science, whatever. In my view, from what I know and what I knew beforehand, you cannot convince me that he did not murder his girlfriend in 1983. You can't. You just can't do it. And I'm sorry to sound so cold, and I'm sorry to sound so freaking like hot about this, but if he can kill his Nancy, why can't Chris? I mean, it's really that fucking simple. I mean, I'm sorry to be so malice sounding about it, but Chris Benoit is one of, still in my opinion, top 10 all-time greatest technical wrestlers ever. And because he murdered his Nancy, he's blackballed. And again, I'm not trying to slight Tamina. I'm not trying to slight, the brothers in the Samoan. I'm fucking with Samoans. I am not doing that. But it's such a fucking what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Double standard.
Yeah. It's a miscarriage of justice, and it's hypocrisy at its best.
It is, because in 83, Junior just under the table. 2007, you will never hear that man outside of this broadcast. Like, dude, like I've jokingly for 20 years, if The Rock can't win the title via forfeit from Austin, why can't DiBiase be world champion? And made a joke about Vince. This is the same thing in real life, goddammit. And again, I'm not gonna sit here and advocate Chris Benoit for Hall of Fame. We've both done that ad nauseum for 10 years. I'm over that damn point at this by now. Like, I'm over it, whatever. But if you're gonna keep this guy who knowingly, like in 83, he wasn't as whacked out of his head as we know Chris Benoit was. We've seen evidence on both sides of where they were in their state of mind. And I'm sorry to, call the early 80s to task, because I'm an early 80s baby. But back then, that kind of shit was swept under the rug all the time. Not just in wrestling, in everyday life and in Hollywood. That shit was shh. There's a reason Natalie Wood, we still know what happened to Natalie Wood. Okay? I'm not joking. Like, that's why we don't know. So this continued inclusion, as much as I enjoyed Superfly Jimmy Snuka's act, as much as I enjoyed watching him cut the most nonsensical freaking promos you ever did here, this side of
Warrior
Hogan. What did you say?
Warrior.
Well, let's not go down that rabbit hole today, kids. Good Lord. Warrior's definitely numbered like a 10A because he was a dick until he died. Oh, he died when he did. Yeah. Anyway, this inclusion is the most mind-numbing, irritating thing about the WWE Hall of Fame. It does. It bugs me, and I know it shouldn't bug me because I'm a 38-year-old fat ginger fan who doesn't give a shit, doesn't get paid by the company, but I'm a fan. And if I'm a fan and I think this person should, and he did the exact same damn thing in less of a conscious state of mind than Jimmy did. And again, we're going to get serious. This is going to be the worst show we ever do because we're going to get such shit. And you know what? Bring it on. For real. Bring it the fuck on at this point. Because you know what? He and I have sat here and defended Chris Benoit's wrestling career our entire 10 years together. And we always get, minor shit, but you guys are right. And I am sitting here flat out condemning one and not condemning the other. That's not what I'm trying to do here. No. Both of them
need to be condemned or both need to be honored.
Right.
Is the bottom line. And if you're going to condemn Chris Benoit for what he did, then goddamn it, Snuka needs to be condemned too. If Snuka can still be in the Hall of Fame, Benoit needs to be in next year.
Right. And the thing is this. We know because the media just ate fucking shit on it. We know where Chris's mind was. We know what had happened to Chris over the course of his career. Now, I won't deny that was possibly where Jimmy was, because back when he wrestled, the sport was way more barbaric than it was when Chris was coming up. No question about it. Okay, the business takes its toll on you. I was in the ring one time and was on my bed for 3 weeks with a bruised rib cage. Seriously, I'm about as athletic as McMahon. Don't get me wrong, but the business messes with you. This guy here, I know he's a backyard or whatever. He has back troubles to this day, and I guarantee you, if the doctor looked at his knees, he would go, "Are you Terry Funk or JJ Williams?" I'm not kidding, guys. Like the business messes with your body, but the difference is. We know about Chris, and mental health is so much more advocated for than ever was, and studies are so much more than they ever were. By the time Jimmy was actually brought to task for this, he was labeled with dementia. Okay, fine. If he had dementia when he passed away, take a look at his brain, see how far back the scar tissue goes. And you're going to say, that's impossible. No, it's not. You know how I know? Because I found out my scar tissue last year, 19 years after the fact of my accident. So no, it's not impossible. You can trace that shit back. So if they haven't already, I don't know this. So if I'm wrong, please correct me. I will welcome the correction if I'm wrong here. If they haven't already studied Jimmy's brain thoroughly, do it. And you tell me when the point of going down the primrose path started in that brain of his. And if it's any time before 1983, then he's guilty of sin, and so is the company.
And there you have it, folks. As Jeff
and
mentioned,
mail _ Jeff Meacham on Twitter.
this is going to be our most. I know we've said this a couple times, but this is by and far going to be our most controversial episode to date.
And we are taping a week out for the record. We're taping this on the anniversary of WCW's death, so I'm ready to piss the mood as it is.
Yeah. So, do you agree with our choices? Let us know in the comment box below. Hopefully you've been letting us know over here during the live stream.
Because I'll be there. Let me just say
I will try to.
Let me just say this. Even if you guys don't agree with our opinions on why, that's fine too. We've always said that over 10 years. Okay? But I will say this. Subjective, number one. Number two, look at the sign over JJ's head, over JJ's left shoulder. This is my house. This is his house. I'm not disrespecting my house with my choice of wording that I'm using, nor is he. If you're gonna come into my house and write on my guest book, be respectful, or you will be kicked the fuck out of here. You don't have to agree with why I think. If you don't agree with my picks, great. If you think I'm a piece of shit for saying what I said, feel free to PM me. I will talk to you and explain to you why I'm so hot about fill in the blank here, especially Jimmy. Because I need to stop.
Is there anybody that you guys would add to the list? Are there any names that you feel don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Please don't hit us with the great Khali. The man hasn't even gone in officially yet.
Dude, I love you for that. Thank you so much for making me laugh at the end. God damn it, Jay, I love you. Oh my God. And
You're
you know
welcome.
what? Like I said when I got announced, I get it, man. India needs to shore up its offices over there. I get it. It's a political thing. I ain't messing with it. And you know what? He's a former world champion. Good for him, man. Screw it.
But who else do you feel doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Let us know once again, either in the comment box below or, yeah, right there. I keep getting twisted. We're over here during the live stream chat.
Follow Mickey's directions.
Let us know who you think it should be that needs to be removed.
By the way,
here's something I'm going to throw out. I didn't mention this to you in private. I'm going to bust you with this right here.
Oh, okay.
For our fans that watch this show, would you like to see a Dads on Wrestling Hall of Fame? Where every year we will come up with a couple of people, 2 or 3, no more than 5.
Right.
That we feel should be in our own collective Hall of Fame. What do you think about that suggestion?
Okay. First of all, I need to get this point out. I'm sorry for that language. My bad. That was bad. In front of you.
Go to hell, Jeff.
Yeah, your boss said to somebody. Screw you too. Anyway, I'm going to hell for that one. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So it's fun. Like, yeah, in my head, dude, because on my external hard drive here that you've seen all the content stuff over the years, I have pictures of people I'd want to put in the overall Jeff Meacham Network Hall of Fame. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshit. And I was thinking about doing it.
Before we go starting inflating our egos, like our opinions matter that much, do you, our fans, want to see it?
Because my thought process was, since WWE usually does it late March, early April, I would do it around my birthday, early March.
I would even say let's do it later in the year. Not to toot my own horn, but let's do it around SummerSlam time. That way we've gotten the first 2 of the big 4 out of the way, and we're doing it just before the last 2 of the big 4. That way we can kind of see what WWE does and try to steer away from it a little bit.
Well, I mean, like we've talked about, we did this earlier in the month. There are a lot of people that are in that we like. There are a lot of people that aren't in that we like. There are people that are in that we clearly don't like over the last hour and 15 minutes. So,
and again, it's nothing personal against any of these 11 individuals. Nothing personal whatsoever. It all comes down to professional. What have they done that is worthy of their inclusion?
Now, the only thing I will say that's bullshit about is Jimmy, because Jimmy definitely deserved everything professionally to do it. It's just the matter of, if he can, why can't? It's really that simple. And I know I'm beating a horse so bad he's going to turn into a horseman and go in the glue factory. Fine. But it just chaps my ginger ass that it's a double standard. And it really hurts me. It makes me mad. Anyway, yeah, I am
So
all about a network wide or dads or whatever. Matter of fact,
yeah,
since I've got so many damn people on the freaking staff anyway, one pick per person. One for Greg, one for you, one for Mikey, one for me. Boop. There's our class of 4. There you go.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
I want to go above 5 because anytime I get above 5, I go, okay, guys, can we save something for next year? So
That
which is
that makes sense and works. I
which
would
by
maybe
the way,
say get one from Big G also.
yes, because he's on. Yeah, that's true. Big G. I'm just
So that
trying to think
makes
of
our
people that are
5.
on. Right. And I only say that because there's an article every year. Who's left that's actually legendary. That's the biggest thing with why this list happened today. They're putting too many damn people in every year. Like, granted, 2008 was only a certain amount of people, but I feel like I'm still there. That ceremony was so long. Like, for real.
And then they're putting people in this new legacy category that deserve
Oh,
to be
thank
enshrined
you.
in the official Hall of Fame.
Thank you for that.
I figured I would touch on it so you didn't go into another diatribe.
No. I'm actually okay
There
with
are
that
people
because
in the legacy category that deserve an official place in the
yes,
real WWE Hall of Fame and not grouped into some cheesy wing
right.
that at the end of the day is more cheesy even than the celebrity wing.
Okay. So these people are in the WWE Hall of Fame under that you only see black and white pictures, grayscale pictures of them because they're in the legacy wing. The bottom 2 right away, I watched them perform. One of them in person, Luna Vachon. Like, how is Luna Vachon in the legacy? She didn't start wrestling until the early 80s. Dude, where's my defuck face when I need it? Like, huh? Alfred Hayes, granted, he wrestled for about 400 years, but he was still a part of the golden era when I was growing up. Toots Mott, I get legacy, but without Toots Mott as a co-promoter, there is no Vincent J. McMahon promoting Capital Wrestling. Just saying. If Vince Sr.'s in there, so should Toots. Frank Gotch and George Hackenschmidt. It can be argued that those 2 guys not wrestling for the Undisputed World's title in 1905 or whatever it was, there's no wrestling business in this country. And in that same vein, without Ed Strangler Lewis and the Goldust Trio, there's no sports entertainment because Ed was wrestling guys for 5-6 hours. They're both passing out. 5 referees are passing out. If you get hurt, you can't defend your title the next week. You have to find a way to get to the next defense. Sports entertainment, kids. And arguably the greatest pre-80s NWA World Heavyweight Champion of all time, Lou Thesz. And I get that Lou bitched about the company, and I get that Lou never actually worked for WWE either. But if Vern Gagne can go into the Hall of Fame after all the bad feelings with the company, damn it, Lou Thesz should be in his own freaking wing. It should be as big as the St. Louis Arch. Like, seriously.
Agreed.
Lou Thesz was the only guy that could be relied on to keep the title, tour the country, tour the world, and keep the business legitimate. When he lost the championship for the last time, where it was like 57 to Carpentier and it kind of splintered off, I love you, Chris Jericho. You know I do. There has never been an undisputed world champion since. Lou Thesz was the last true undisputed world heavyweight wrestling champion. And if he's not in the Hall of Fame that claims to be the Hall of Fame of Hall of Fames, then that's bad too. And for everybody out there that is a fan of mine or a friend of mine personally, I do apologize for my language today. You all know me and you love me. You know this business is in my blood. It's my everything besides my son. And when this business is wronged in any way, I get hot. And I do apologize for my overabundance of colorful metaphors, as they said in Star Trek 4. I do apologize for that.
It's all good. Like I said, I know this is going to be our most controversial topic.
Right.
I know that it's going to be very divisive, and people are either going to love this episode or they're going to hate it.
Right.
Hopefully, at least they're willing to hear our reasonings behind it and realize that, we do make some very valid points. Again,
There
what do
will
you
be a
guys think?
big disclaimer in the description when I post this next Friday. Let's not be clear on that.
Again, what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment box. Let us know over here as we're going along. Do you guys want to see a Dads on Wrestling or a Jeff Meacham Network Hall of Fame? Let us know, because if we get enough good feedback, then we may launch this year, since I think we should do it prior to SummerSlam. We got 5 months roughly to get a list together for the first one. That's part of why I think later is better than your birthday,
Right.
because we can get that in still this year as a show.
Absolutely.
So
I gotta find my suit.
let us know. Let us know what you guys think. For Jeff Meacham, the West Coast professor. For Mickey DeMouse.
Oh boy.
I am the Renegade JJ Williams.
Thank
you for joining us. Thank you for joining us here on this lovely trip down the yellow brick road. And I will see you guys next time.
Thank you all very much. We will see you in 2 weeks on Dad's Always on Wrestling.